We're live.
Good. I mean, Bren was just asking us what the hell's been happening
What's
in Santiago.
happened at the event?
What do you mean what's happened? You've
I'm
been
teeing
watching
you
it?
up for the I'm
The whole
teeing you
show.
up.
The whole show.
I'm teeing you up for the intro.
Oh, well, welcome to Plat Chat Valorant episode 255, where we talk about what's been happening at the event. It's a great beginning. It's a great beginning. Sliggy, TMV, and Bren alongside me for any of you audio listeners. I know that you're there, still plugging away, even though the episodes have got worse and worse since Wyatt left in terms of our catering to the audio viewership base. Viewership, you don't call them viewers, though, do you? What do you call audio listeners?
Listenership.
What do you
Listenership?
think you call them?
I mean, listeners, but it's
Yeah,
weak.
listeners.
It's
Nailed
weak.
it.
It's
I don't
weak.
know. It's okay. Yeah. I just feel like it's weak.
They're listening. They're listeners.
But you,
Like,
don't-
if you-
you don't
if
say
someone's
viewership
listening-
either, do you?
You
say
It's like
listenership?
a radio show. When somebody calls in, they call them a listener.
First time listener, last time caller, whatever.
It's just- all right. Is this up for debate?
No, I just felt like going off the rails 2019 style at the start of an
Okay.
episode
Sorry for
like
not
this,
yes
and then-
anding harder. My bad.
Yeah. All right, let's you two have, you three, dude. I was about to say that Bren's been in Santiago.
I have
He's
not
really
been
like
in
that. You're
Santiago.
sorely missed.
I've
You're
been
sorely
Wow.
missed.
Trapped
Jesus.
in Texas.
Yeah.
Watching
how's-
like
how's the
SpongeBob
coast
through the
stream
fucking
experience
window blinds. I've already got us demonetized already. Dude, I have not been on the start of an episode in like 200 episodes, and because of that, I haven't demonetized us once at all in years because America's been at the tail end. And as soon as I come on, when we're at the beginning of the episode.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
You're
matter.
right,
It's not
nothing
about,
matters,
It's not about the
actually.
money.
I
It's
love
not about the
nihilism. True.
money. We ranted for long enough at the beginning that nobody's listening anymore anyway.
Nah, I wouldn't
They've
have
given
picked
up.
True.
They've given up. How's the co-stream experience been though? Has it the event was fun to be there in person?
Okay,
but, has it filtered through?
There's one thing. Yeah, it has filtered through. They need to change the walkout music again to the goo 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 ga 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 ga.
You like the Goo Goo Gaga?
They need to. They swapped it for playoffs, and I don't know why they did it because it's worse in playoffs. But the goo goo ga 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 really hit the
Yeah,
vibe.
no, it
I
did,
don't know if
yeah.
you guys agree.
It did, yeah. My whole chat was loving it. Every time
Yeah.
I'm looking over, they're just dancing or doing
It's
the
a good
I imagine they're dancing. They're doing the little cat that's dancing. I'm like, yeah, they're having a great time over
And
there.
then they swapped it, and it's just the vibes of the event. I'm telling you, we went from like a top 2 event of all time to probably like bottom 20.
Bottom 20.
Bottom 20?
Bottom
Yeah.
20.
That's a bit-
Just inventing more events just to rate them lower.
How many events
Jesus.
we had?
Not 20, mate.
We haven't had 20 of them.
Sure,
Definitely is bottom
we
20.
had a lot
If we
of
haven't had
Valorant.
20, it is in the bottom 20.
Yeah, it could be the best event of all time, and it's bottom 20. The crowd was nuts in person. It's been the best crowd in terms of like how they've engaged with the matches that I've ever seen. It was on the same level as the Tokyo crowd, except that they're noisy all the time. Do you know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah.
the Japanese crowd is extremely polite when the game is going on, which is, how they enjoy the game. But I think how I enjoy listening to it is I enjoy listening the crowd get really hype at really important moments in the round as well.
I've enjoyed that they've brought the Latin America football whistling at things that they don't like all the time. Just whistle.
Just anytime someone saves them,
Anytime
yeah.
someone saves, boring. whistle, and players are now like, no, they hear the whistles, they're just leaving the spike. Someone could spike the fuse. I actually kind of want to see someone bait like they're saving and then go
And
in
then
for
go
a ninja
defuse.
defuse because
Yeah.
everyone's just run away.
There's been a couple of times where I'm like, oh, they're doing it, aren't they? And then they just go safe. I'm like, okay.
All right. Well, we have a member question every week. If you're a member, you get to ask a question. The question that has been posed to us this time is: which is more likely, an APAC or Americas team winning Santiago, London, and Champions? So they run the table, they clean sweep in 2026, or an EMEA or China team winning London or Champions? So obviously they can't win Santiago anymore. Otherwise, maybe that would have also been included. So it's just. Is it more likely Americas and APAC dominate this year? Or is it more likely that EMEA or China win anything? And a reminder that EMEA hasn't won in I think it's going to be over 1,000 days, isn't it, by the time we get to London? It's a long
Around that.
time.
Something
That's
around
tough.
that, yeah.
That's
Why
tough,
are you giggling
man.
at that, Sliggy? It's
Ah,
tragic.
I mean, yeah, but that's on them.
No, I mean,
I-
there's been a lot of discussion about it.
Yeah.
With regard, I didn't want to interrupt TMV's thoughts. I was about to start something, but you were
No, you go,
you were
Brent.
going.
You
No,
go.
no, you were going mid sentence.
Oh,
You go.
Okay.
No, you go. You go.
Okay. Fine, I'll go. So I think, I think for me, that it is actually more likely that EMEA or China win one than it is that the
Wait,
others
really?
run the table, just because the others are so close and there's multiple teams from each of those regions that, in theory could win, an event.
Give me him.
I think, well, Nongshim obviously could win this one. PRX could win. I think it's possible T1 could lock in and potentially win an event. I
But
would say
isn't that,
though,
hold on. Isn't that just
Not this
reinforcing
one.
your exact same?
no,
Yeah,
but
but
then I'm
couldn't they
saying from
all win at
Americas,
London?
there's also, I would
That's
say,
what you were arguing for E EMEA.
yeah. So I'm saying it's unlikely that one region runs the table because the
Because
other
there's
region that's
competition.
good has multiple teams that are good and could win.
Sure.
Mm.
So I think it's just unlikely. Like, I don't think that is. If I had to guess, Americas and Pacific will go 2-1 in some configuration like they did last year. If I had to guess, and I think that's the most likely thing to happen. But I think running the full table is unlikely because there are multiple teams. If it was just like only Paper X were good in Pacific, then I think you could make a very strong claim of like, oh, Americas could run the table because all they need to do is beat Paper X and the other regions aren't that good.
Yeah,
But could I see Fnatic? I mean, China, I don't think can win.
Well, it's only NRG that are good from Americas. What G2 going to do? Win?
MIBR could lock in later in the year.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Okay.
You don't think
Alright.
that's possible?
I think
Okay.
so.
And we'll talk about Sentinels. They're getting the return of the GOAT. So let's.
Right.
That's true, yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Do you guys think it's chalked for EMEA?
Yeah.
Like forever,
Like-
all time?
Just forever?
Not for all time, but
You don't
a
think
little bit.
Fnatic could lock in at London or even BBL,
Well,
like get the
I think-
experience and do well?
This
I
is
think it's that
more, isn't it more of like a systemic issue in EMEA? Because I've always seen it as like the region that hasn't got as much investment as the other regions. The tier 2 has been disjointed and fragmented across the board. It hasn't had the same support, even though you should, in theory, be able to have a really good, strong scene in EMEA because you shouldn't have as many issues with, like in Americas, we have issues with visas every year trying to get the South American or Brazilian players in. But EMEA shouldn't have as much friction. I mean, they do. Like, don't get me wrong, they definitely do. With some of the regions, but I don't know. It feels like they had everything to succeed, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's that Counter-Strike takes up too much of a portion of the.
I think that's a
of the
big part of
scene
it.
over there. Yeah.
I think it's also overblown because the EMEA teams have also been making a lot of finals, even when they haven't been winning. I think it becomes a very obvious issue of like, wow, they haven't won in 1,000 days when you look at trophy lifting.
Trophies,
But if
yeah.
you look at deep placements, then it becomes less even Fnatic dominated because 2024 was double finals being placed by Heretics. I suspect this year is going to be there's going to be teams that make it to finals. I could see a world where EMEA don't lift the trophy all year, but I also think that like you have a region that has the Vitality super team that might come online at some point. I think BBL are going to do a bit of a Heretics thing in 2024 where they flop a bit at their first tournament and then end up being good later on in the year. And then Fnatic, anytime they make it to an event, they feel like they have a chance of going deep at it at the very minimum. So I think EMEA are going to be fine. It's just that they might not lift the trophy, and that's all that anyone cares about.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't think the meta suits them, so we'll see how long this kind of sticks around. And then, I don't know, the map pool's not great. Paul sticks around. They're just not good at this map. And then Abyss, obviously going out. But I feel like every time they add in new maps, we just get worse and worse in terms of EMEA. Like all the other regions have most of our good coaches. And I'm not saying we don't have no good coaches. I'm just saying like the ones that used to innovate and do a lot of stuff maybe aren't there anymore. And I think that's kind of backlash. And then what you said as well, Brian, about the tier 2 stuff, that's also pretty true as well. Like having the whole country limited stuff doesn't mean it progresses as much as like the other regions.
You don't get the cross pollination.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's in their own little lane.
But yeah, I think they'll do fine, but again, if we're looking at trophy lifts, I don't see it personally. I mean, it can happen, but like percentage wise, it's going to be Pacific.
Who would you give
or
it to then? Like Pacific or Americas? Which one?
Either, man. It feels like a 50-50, does it not? I came into this year saying that Pacific was better, so I would side with Pacific, but
Yeah, I think there's more depth there in terms of teams that look like they could potentially lift the trophy. But who knows?
yeah.
Who knows, bro? NRG might just sweep everything this year.
No, they could.
Wouldn't that be sick?
Dude, when
First dynasty.
as soon as last episode you had that, you did like a good quote, and I was like, dude, I should have. As soon as you said that, I should have just put way more weight on NRG winning. You were like, NRG's the only team out of these 8 that I can't see winning it, and I was like, in my head, I was like, dude, I should have just. As soon as that happened, something in the world just clicked.
It's an astonishingly bad take in hindsight as well, because while I think the place of like where I was coming from still makes some sense.
No, it did. Yeah.
But in reality, they've just been. I don't know. I mean, we'll talk about this later, but I feel like they're favorites to win at this point, and I'm having to eat enormous humble pie on my NRG take. I have them in 8. These guys are playing the meta. They've got no chance. Meanwhile, they're just like they're getting better and better and better, looking in insane form. It's not a good take. Anyone got a good take about Sentinels? Should we talk? Let's talk Sentinels. I love talking about Sentinels. We'll pump up the viewership with this one. The report now is that they have picked up JonahP and are maybe looking to pick up TenZ if John Riot can change something within the player contracts and let TenZ still promote, I don't know, Pokemon Pals or whatever. What was that? What was that game called? The one that they had a lawsuit around? No,
Power World.
Pal World.
Yeah.
Pal World. TenZ really wants to promote Pal World.
Okay. And that's why he's not joining Sentinels? That's why he's being disallowed?
Yeah.
Listen, my immediate thoughts on this is, I hope all the players get the bag. Just get the bag as much as you possibly can. Because, I don't know. Again,
he's going to doomsday
us.
He's going to doomsday us, man.
Because the world is crumbling.
Look around, guys.
I think there's been consistent cracks shown in terms of the way that the structure of that org is ran at this point, that it's probably a fucking miracle that they were able to get anything done under the conditions they were under. Because yes, because I've been friends with people who've worked under orgs in a similar manner of running, but it's incredibly involved, and it's a double-edged sword when you have an owner that's so involved as Rob Moore with all the decision making. And the whole, I'm not going to rehash all the shit that was happening in the previous weeks because it's just pointless to do. But what I can see is that it's just going to cause issues. You need to have some level of trust in your coaching staff to be able to do a good job and build a team and actually give them the benefit of the doubt when things go wrong for a little bit. And I don't think they've done that. I think they've consistently shown that they've blamed people for different issues when rosters have blown up in the past. Like, do you remember when they were going at Shaz or something? Like years back. Like years back. This has been a consistent problem with Sentinels, but it's been kind of paved over a little bit because they've lifted a trophy. They lifted a trophy in Madrid. They actually found success. They found top 4 champs in that 1 year. So it's kind of just, it's been just shoved under the rug almost, I think. And it hasn't been particularly obvious until it all blows up like it has done recently. And then I'm starting to remember all the other instances where actually this team has mismanaged a lot of situations regarding their players and coaches. And I'm thinking, that's not going to change until they change the complete ideology of this org and the way it's ran, I think. So you can pick up the entirety of MIBR for all I care, but it's not going to do a lot, I think, because this org puts an immense amount of pressure on all of its players to be performing in a content role on the stage as well. They need to be doing it in a short amount of time, blah, blah, blah. They don't have room to grow. They don't have room to breathe ever on this roster. And you've now picked up a brand new coach and you're putting up again a new core of players.
I mean, you have 2 very experienced players, though. It's not like Jonah and TenZ are unused to being in the limelight.
But he's still right that it's going to take them some time. Like I when people ask me about this, I always say that when I see TenZ coming back, if this whole thing is true, like TenZ will be like when he went over towards Smokes, where maybe it's a slow stage 1, and then stage 2, he'll probably look like back to the old days. So it's just whether or not they're open enough to be able to tank the backlash of maybe not making it in stage 1.
Well, they did say that this was supposed. Well, I mean, why do we take?
It was meant to be for the long term when they were
They
making
said
the
the
team.
original roster for this year was supposed to be for the long term, but then when they made this change, they were like, "Well, actually, we're aiming to get to champs now with this team. But even if we don't make it to champs, the real assessment is whether we make it to Masters 1 2027." So whether they make it to Masters 1 Birmingham in 2027.
This team is ran by fans. They're ran by fans, man. The owner is a fan. They're ran by fans. Like they I don't think Listen, they care about lifting trophies to a degree, but only because it drives more fans. I think the thing
Sure.
that they're chomping at a bit more for at the moment is the fact that TenZ is in.
Well,
and
yeah,
potentially
But that's,
back
but that's
into
a
this
big.
roster.
That's
that is a
thing.
big one.
Yeah, it's a big one because it's gonna mean skin sales, man. Like I don't think they're. I just don't.
But
trust
he's not.
The org.
He's not shite either.
He's
though,
not
is he?
shy.
Yeah.
No, he's a good player. He's a good player. It's just they're not building. If your objective is to build a winning team, I don't think they should go about it in the way that they have gone about building these teams. It's like they're saying on the outset, they're saying they're building a team to win, but the reality is they're caring more about the actual. It's performative.
Well, my suspicion is that the TenZ pickup is only supposed to be short term, and they're looking towards younger players like Knights, Ion, Kane, like any of these kind of guys to actually be the long term solution. Like I think TenZ is just literally the world's most perfect fill guy for, I don't know, 6 months or so until it makes sense to pick up somebody else. That's what I would suspect is the most likely outcome. TenZ can do whatever the hell he wants though here, can't he? He's just got like outrageous leverage.
Yeah.
His contract must be the craziest we're gonna see
saying, get the
ever.
bag.
Like if it happens,
bag,
it will be
man.
one of the craziest contracts. I've heard some of the rumors about like the Aspas contract, but I reckon this will blow it out the water. I really do. I reckon it'll be nuts.
Well, yeah, Riot is going to change the whole rule set. They're just going to put little brackets except TenZ on some of these rules.
On what sponsors you can take.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the snarl up at the moment is that TenZ isn't allowed to, or all players, by the way, this isn't just TenZ, aren't allowed to advertise for other games, and TenZ wants to get some adjustment on that. I think he's big enough that he actually,
Yeah.
we talk about the players maybe needing some union or collective action or something like that to make changes happen in their favor at certain points, but he really is big enough that he's the kind of guy who could
dude.
shift the
Hey,
needle
one
on
tweet
these
to
kind of
Leo's
things.
will solve that.
So I mean, yeah.
Actually,
I'm
there's
not-
going to be
and
some
that's-
competitive integrity things going on when TenZ loses a game to a Neon or something. And it's like just at Leo Faria. Get it fixed. Neon nerf next week.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good pickups. Like it's
Yeah.
in terms of like what they can give right now. I think it's good. I'm not entirely sure on the timeline of some of the players that Sideshow said about turning 18. I would be interested in some of them. But in terms of like a fast fix to get good for this year, not bad, man. Like TenZ is really good, man. JonahP is really good. I'm interested to see where JonahP kind of fits into this meta though, like where they're actually going to use him. A lot of my chat was saying
Yeah.
initiator.
What do you do with this team? Like, where
that's
would you
that's
put
what I
these
mean.
roles?
It's hard. That's a hard
To
one.
play Silver Fade, isn't he? JonahP?
Yeah, I'd probably play. Yeah.
I think playing a double initiator is fine. I think NRG have proved that it's a good concept. Okay, we're gonna get into like meta discussions now, but it's genuinely a lot of people have been complaining about the meta and the state of the game and saying that there's no tactical depth. These people don't watch the game, and I think they literally. I don't think they watch the game. I think they just follow the opinions of whoever the fuck they're watching at a given time. Because the game hasn't missed any tactical depth. They just nerfed utility. The players haven't got stupider because the darts have gone to 60 seconds. They're still playing the game in the same way. They still understand that they have to take map control in some way or form. They still understand that they have to get mid-round information. But the way you do it now consistently with Double Duelist is by taking fights actively, right? This discourse around like, I'm swirling my wine, watching the VALORANT. What's happened to the game I love? Fuck off. The game hasn't changed that much, man. It genuinely hasn't. It's been pissing me off, this discourse. Because these people, I don't think they watch the game. I think they just want to sound smart online.
It's so funny saying, I mean, the three people I know of that have complained the most are Boaster, Immy, and Frost. The idea that they don't watch the game is very funny.
Dude, okay, well, both has a valid reason because I think this meta does, like, the way you get information is by winning fights consistently.
Right.
And that you have to be shooting. And Fnatic, I think, has lost a lot of firepower over the years.
We're just doubling down.
No, of course I can double down, bro.
You could
There's a
have said
reason
his
for
team
everything.
isn't built for this
If you
meta. He
complain
likes
about this
playing
meta, if you
slowly.
complain about this meta, it's a fucking self-report. That's all I'm saying. It's a self-report, okay?
No, dude, I'd said something similar, Brent. Trust me. I kind of called them out because I kind of called these three out essentially because it's like, dude, we knew this was coming. And then to complain this far in, it's like, if I had done a tweet like this, when I was late to the Astra meta, if I had done a tweet being like, Astra's pretty fucking broken, isn't it? That's like, I would expect to be called out and be like, yeah, why aren't you playing it, mate? That's what I'm doing. Like, it's like, oh, this meta is a bit weird, isn't it? Double duelist sending it. You do like set strats and stuff. Do it. do it. Mate, it is pissing me off. Like, it is pissing me off. And it's like, you know, the stages of grief. I'm in an acceptance. I've gone through all of them 4 months ago. Like, I was the biggest person that was talking to Riot, talking to the devs, going, it's going to be an outlaw meta. It's going to be double duelist, double smoke. It's going to be sending it. It's like, this is how it's going to be. After that first month, I was in acceptance. I'm watching back now. I'm enjoying it. It's like all of these other teams are watching it like, what the fuck? A double duelist? Like, yeah, dude. We knew this 4 months ago. Why are you complaining?
I've also genuinely been enjoying it. Like, the micro stuff has its place. I think it's really fun to watch. I don't think it's fun to watch, like, literally just execs every single round. But these, like, team fight brawls that are happening and the really fast-paced, you know, can you get the jiggle peek and swing onto somebody exactly as onto somebody else's? I don't know. It's really entertaining to watch. I wouldn't want the game to be like this maybe all the time, but it's still fun to throw in.
It's one of our funnest metas, bro. Like, everyone's like, oh, worst meta ever to watch. Mate, where were you? Where have you been for years? Astra meta was shit.
Viper
Tail
Harbor
meta was
post
shit.
plant.
Chamber
Spam.
meta after 2 years, shit.
Meta.
The spam post
The spam
meta.
was the worst.
Holy, even
That
Jet
was
after 2
terrible.
years was shit. Like, it's like literally just people that have watched for like 6 months, but like, well, this feels a bit shit, doesn't it? 2025 champions meta was really good.
Yeah,
No, I
that's
agree
that's
with
our
you.
problem. We've
I
gone
agree
from like
with
the
you,
best to
Yeah.
like not the best. Oh, this is the worst.
Just forgotten about 4 years of Valorant.
It would. I mean, it would be sad if we went from the best meta we've ever had towards champions to this, and then we start the loop back again. Though, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it'd be nice to get back a little bit more towards the
But
balance.
if
at
they
some point
do
soon.
that, we'll be entering the golden age of Valorant because the map pool changes are fucking. Oof.
Or
I mean,
then.
they could stick with this map pool that's coming up for the entirety of the game's existence. I think.
I honestly, I missed
Yeah.
it. Can you run me through it? Like, I didn't see this.
So it's
Abyss corrode out.
and Abyss for Fracture and Lotus.
Did they announce it on the show or something? I don't know. I don't use Twitter. I didn't see
Twitter.
it. Oh, I didn't see it.
It's dude, it's the first map pool that we've had for a while without Abyss or Icebox. We actually get a map pool without one of the worst maps we've ever seen in an FPS. That's so sick.
Well, they gave
That's
us
so,
Breeze
so
instead,
sick.
right? Like,
No,
I
but
think
Breeze looks alright.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying
Yeah,
it. I'm just
Breeze
saying
looks
that they want, I think, one of those three to be in the pool as their, like, you know,
Yeah,
big
big
map.
Big map.
Big map.
Yeah, big map.
Love big gun. It's like that. All right, sorry. Let's.
Dude, we went on such a
just-
tangent.
Yeah, I know we went on an
That was me.
insane tangent.
That was me.
can blame
That
that
was
one on
me.
Bren. Yeah,
Kurt's
yeah.
got the
me.
topics. Like, where are we?
That was me.
I just switched. No, I think this is good content. I just switched it to Plat Chat Valorant.
Yeah, we just
episode
generic
5.
Plat Chat talk, guys.
We really just went off.
We lost it. We absolutely lost
While
it.
we're going on tangents, TMV, I heard you went to a gig, and me and my chat were trying to work out what music you listened to, and we came up with Coldplay. But who did you actually go
Oh
see?
no, not Coldplay.
Maybe
no.
we just thought you were
You look like a
Coldplay.
Coldplay fan.
He does look like a Coldplay fan. That's what we were saying.
I'm not cheating on my girlfriend. I'm not a Coldplay fan.
It doesn't mean you have to.
That's a reference. About 6 months too late on that one. But no, I went to see the Vaccines, which was actually the first ever gig I went to as well in Llandudno. But
Nice.
I went to see them in Birmingham.
Bro is not
O2
American.
Academy. It was good.
Yeah, bro, it's not American. Yeah. I've never heard of this band.
Yeah,
They-
They're good. They're pretty good.
No. English indie rock band. Okay, cool.
Nice.
All right.
They're good.
I'll check them out and I'll judge you based on whether or not I like their music. That's-
Great.
That's going to be my afternoon now.
And
just
and I will
Googled.
not care if you do at all, because why would I give a fuck what
Google.
you think about my music taste?
What is
you of all
Brent
people, you who doesn't know anything about music.
I know
Stop
everything about
admitting
music. I know all the notes.
I was like, oh, I'll look them up for later. And I just typed in vaccines.
Yeah, that's gonna work, man.
Are the vaccines good?
Yeah,
Friends
the
algorithm
band.com.
ruined. Absolutely ruined. All right. Let's get back on track to some degree. So we wanted to take a look back at our pre-Santiago power rankings, just to show how
You guys were fucking
how
on fire.
horrendously wrong we were with some of these
Who-
things.
Me and
who
Brent aren't
did
taking
this?
any credit
Is-
for this. In fact,
Oh.
I'm taking a victory lap partly. On
Hold on though. I want to identify who was the T1 pusher. Was it not Seth? Can we
It
not
was-
just
it was
put all
Seth,
of these burdens on Seth?
But I mean, I didn't argue against it because I kind of like putting pressure on T1. And the RRQ game, best of 5, they look good.
They did look
every other game they did look bad. But
I was very confused at the T1 belief, but also this is hindsight analysis for me because I was busy with my green card stuff, and so I didn't watch any of the other regions before Santiago. So I was very surprised when I watched T1's first game after seeing this power ranking because
I mean, yeah.
watching Meteor get ran down for 12 rounds in a row on Breeze and then not adjust any of the defensive setups,
that one
was fucking painful.
That was worse than expected. I did pred Liquid in that game because I was like, Mini Boost Neon's going to be really tough to handle. They haven't played against something like this apart from, obviously like Nongshim kind of style, but it's even more all-in aggro than that, I think. It just was...
I came on the show after you did this and said put T1 in 6th. If you would have swopped NRG and T1, this would have been...
this would have been cooking. It would have been unbelievably cooking. Yeah. I'm sorry for doubting you. Yeah. My Coldplay king. I'm sorry for that. We cooked with the bottom end, though. We really cooked. Apart from AG and XLG should have been the other way around.
Sure.
Do you think AG should have... Maybe they shouldn't have been in 10th, though. Maybe... I don't know, though, to be honest with you. Where would you... In hindsight, where would you place AG compared to Mates and Liquid, who both got wins as well? It's just... different part of the bracket. Like AG didn't play in Swiss.
It's hard because
apples to oranges.
The first AG game, I was like, oh damn, we nailed it with 11th here. But then they got a lot better. Like after that first game, when they look back at stuff, they got a lot better. So probably similar to Mates, 8th around here. They look, dude, they look good on their split was nice. Once they started being like proactive and actually like doing stuff on defense, we were like, holy, like they've worked it out. They got this, and then they got the aimers, like actually cracked aimers. Fair play. So yeah, like around 8th, maybe, in my opinion.
You'd have them above Mates and Liquid.
Liquid in this one just because of the map pool.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid ran out of depth so fast.
They beat
Mates.
Who did?
They did, yeah.
AG.
But I think if you count Mates' whole run, like Mates, if you do it on a record basis, Mates have a better record than them.
I think
it's close.
Mates also didn't beat anyone that impressive.
No, I agree with that also.
Mates beat people down in they beat EDG and Liquid.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Yeah.
It's not a great run from Mates.
I think they did pretty well, though.
Freak.
Like
Who, Mates?
No, AG, all things considered.
Yeah, no, I think they did
because
great.
China lacks one thing at the moment, and it's international event experience.
Wins?
Because it's all been front-loaded to EDG. I mean, yes. Okay. This guy.
Sorry, it was a cheap shot. I had to take it. I'm sorry. I see an open goal, and I'm kicking the ball vaguely in that direction.
2 years late, their region starts, right? And the one thing they're lacking the most is that global event experience, actually attending these events with a variety of teams, not just EDG. Because I think it's almost detrimental to front load it onto one team, getting all the deep runs. And it hasn't been necessarily the case all the time, but we've had Wolves go on that run, and we've had other teams maybe do some things. But I think over time, once these players start to build up veteran presence, as in they've attended these events, they know what to expect this time around, and they start seeing these regular occurring players, I think you'll start to see less of China floundering as a region.
So you think it's a bit of pressure, then? Is what you're saying? You think
There's
it's like
a lot
a
of
pressure
pressure on
thing?
them as a region.
There is.
Always, yeah.
But
Shouldn't XLG be doing
XLG should be good in that scenario.
Yeah.
What TNV's saying. Like, XLG have been to now, this is their 3rd event, and they have...
Maybe they're just chokers.
Yeah, I think...
They could just be an outlier, because typically, I think, the way I think about it is the more a team attends an event, like these events, the more experience they build up, the less they make the same mistakes again. But if it's a recurring problem, then...
Sure.
Yeah.
I think EDG's problem is they can't find a 5th.
That's a big part.
It doesn't make any sense, bro. They have wealth unimaginable, and fans unimaginable, skin sales unimaginable. They have Kong Kong on the team. Obviously, Kong Kong should be playing Euro, but it's not that hard to find.
And you have Kong Kong, and you're not finding success.
But also just find anyone. Dude, CB is the best player you can find.
No, I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe they've got blackmail on something. I don't know. There's no way they're in that team still. It's that when I was
but the others are playing crap as well. Like,
yes, Smokey and nobody are playing like shite as well.
I don't want to hop on just him.
They need to beg Howdong to leave his pro player career behind again and come back on as an assistant coach. Genuinely,
yeah,
maybe.
And then get in someone who understands that it's not about the flashiness; it's about the actual setup. And fuck it, bring back Simon. Why not? One last ride. Come on. Come on, one last ride. I mean, Howdon's not going to do that. I think you can become a coach at any point in your career. The pro players, you're on a timer. You should keep playing. I'm joking when I say that, but
I mean, yeah,
I think it contributed a lot to EDG's run in Champs 2024. Like a lot.
yeah, possibly. Yeah.
No, seriously, because they won on the same. I think they won because of the same reasons that NRG went on their run in 2025. I think their preparation and anti-shading was sublime. I think a large portion of that was having Howdong in the coaching seat next to them, like actually being able to pinpoint tendencies and things. That's the reason they lifted that trophy in 2024. If you can anti really well from one game to the next without, you have a theory, an idea in your head, and you put it into practice without any scrim time, I think that skill set will let you lift trophies.
Yeah. The
Another
rest of the power
tangent for
ranking.
us. You guys want to talk about 2024 champs?
Well, I just wanted to loop it back to the power rankings because I feel like NRG are the team that are currently. I don't think they're actually being powered by anti-Stratton like super heavy in this tournament, although in some key situations they really are. Like the rematch against PRX was really
awesome
clean.
to watch. Yeah, that was cool.
Really, really nice. But it's definitely more like micro stuff than big picture stuff with them in this run, I think.
No, they've always had the little things that they add in.
Oh,
like Brook will have a lineup for one specific player that he's lined up, like the night before, or they have little bait and switch setups in the walls. Like I noticed that NRG are one of the only teams that spam the Viper wall, and it seems a little bit off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because they do it themselves. They love a little pocket to play.
They have the best smoke protocols out of any pro team. Their smoke protocols, as in like how to clear them, how to hide inside of them, how to play people in and out of them, are better than everybody else. They're really, really good at that. I definitely underrated them in terms of these power rankings because they definitely had the ability to win this tournament and still do. But my theory was that they would just like struggle not playing the meta so much, and yet I think
it helps them, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it has not been. Yeah. I guess other people not scrimming against teams that play like that is more important.
Yeah, it's also just the fact. I definitely think it's a big factor of they knew Kiko was so good, so you don't have to like trial him so much. So the break they probably took after champs would have been just longer than everyone else, and then they're just ramping up, like just scraped, getting here, and then that's like enough for them, and then they just go. So I think it's like one of those where you're looking at them, you're like, oh, they're not that good, but maybe they've only been practicing for like 3 weeks before like this event kind of thing, and then they're just getting back into their groove. I think the two America's teams, the coaching's been really good, man. Like if you look at like, especially they're very different as well. Like Bonkar's been more maybe anti. G2, like with Josh, there's been like a couple of antis. Like against BBL, I thought the anti was really good, but it's also just how like NRG are making their own read of the meta by doing the double initiator, but then how G2 are like trying to like adapt midway through to double duelist and how they're making it work for them. It's really cool to watch, man, in like real time how you can just see like the tweaks from game to game. It's been fun to watch. That's why I'm like getting annoyed at the meta. I was like, oh, it's brainless meta, but I'm watching it thinking, damn, there's some like good thought going into this though. There's some cool stuff.
Let's move away from the power rankings. Let's start talking about some of the teams, I think, and the matches and that kind of stuff, if we're going in this direction anyway. Nongshim, let's start with them, because they're one of our big teams in the upper bracket. I think they got the easier side of the bracket, in my opinion. But the win over G2 was genuinely pretty impressive. I think G2 stepped up in that game as well. That wasn't just G2 kind of falling over, but it was also pretty damn close, too. It's not like Nongshim got an easy end to the match. G2 ran it basically all the way back, right? They got it back into an OT towards the end. Let's start here. One of the big things that I'm looking at for Nongshim is that I'm worried about their map pool, because forcing them to play Abyss because they have that permaban of Pearl means that it looks like you just get a free win against them based on what G2 showcased in this game.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. I think they even need to, and there's some days off now, so they have an option, and like, well, they have two options. They either play Pearl, which is pretty good Neon map at the moment. I would say it could kind of fit to how they play. It's like very exec heavy stuff that you could do on the sides, or you just play the Neon on Abyss and you just accept it. Like, it's gonna look better than the Waylay. It's not a great map, but I think if you're gonna do it, you is it G2 that play the Harbor comp with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
got to do that so that you can actually like have safer lines to
Neon
dash
Harbor?
into. Yeah, play Neon
Oh,
Harbor.
right. Yeah.
I-
yeah.
Like I think that would
I-
probably be the fastest fix. That's what I would go for.
Yeah. I also think it's not as big as an issue as you might be making out. I do agree. Any map where Danby's not playing a Neon, not really a fan, and Abyss doesn't look that good. But they have recent tape of NRG losing on Abyss. I think Abyss is one of the maps where NRG have been almost leaning on their laurels a little bit too much, where they just have their set ideas that they run pretty frequently. They know, like, if you watch the BBL and RG game on Abyss, BBL were aware of Mada trying to take consistent flanks. They were always watching the flank for those pushes. They were immediately re-clearing Heaven and Vents whenever they would try to do their A split. Ethan loves to do the salvo A split where it breaks both doors and pulls players into mid. I think you can watch that VOD and you can have some good ideas of how NRG play that map. And you can have a pretty good chance. Because, like you said, Sliggy, you've got 3 days, so you've got some time to prep, a little bit at least.
I agree with you, but I don't think RB has been anywhere near as creative as Rose on his attack side calling on Abyss. And I think that's one of the other things that really threw NRG. Because NRG, like, they do like to do all the things that you're saying, and you can definitely try to punish them for that. But you also still need to get in a spot where they haven't read where you're finishing and have like 3-4 players ready to go there. And I think Rose is like calling some of the most convoluted shit on that map that boggle brains.
BBL on Abyss is a different level of
No, it is.
crazy.
It's an observer nightmare. There's 3 duels happening at the same time. You got one on A, one on mid, and one on B at the same time. You're like, well, pick which one.
That
And
seems
hope
nuts
happens.
to replicate, though. If you're
not going.
Nongshim.
I mean, it's a completely different game plan. I mean, Nongshim's game plan, if they're playing Abyss, has to just be we're going to rely on Danby popping off, and they do like if they are going to play Abyss, they have to change it because when they're playing the Whaler Yoru, it not just obviously nerfs Danby because he's not playing Neon, but it also means that Francis now has to play a much more like proactive, aggressive role. He now has to often be the one actually getting the kill if Danby's going out. Whereas, when they're playing the Neon, it's like he's playing a much more supportive role. And I feel like Francis didn't he go like crazy negative when they were playing Abyss?
I mean, he has kind of been just this whole year anyway. Like really.
Yeah, but he went 5 and 18. He dropped 87 ACS.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was genuinely terrible. That performance on Abyss. I think overall, actually, his performance has been better than it was in kickoff, hasn't it? I feel like Francis
started off okay. No,
sure,
but
his kickoff it was pretty bad though.
Yeah,
like, if that's the comparison, that shouldn't be where the bar is.
Yeah, so, I agreed. He was better at the end of last year than he was this year, but it was a different style, different meta. Like they weren't playing.
But I think if you don't play the Neon, he then has to become more of that guy. But
yeah, I agree with that.
You just have to. You literally have to play Neon. But I would actually. Well, would I play Pearl? That's an interesting question. Like, what would? Because NRG are quite good at Pearl, so you're kind of.
I think you try and just fix your Abyss. I think the harbor Neon is like you can steal a lot of stuff that is good right now. I think was you such that kind of touched on a good point with like the BBL stuff, because I think on this map as well, like faking is good. Nongshim don't really fake. Like they could actually go into this and start throwing fakes, and I think teams would start over rotating. Because if you watch all the demos,
really well against NRG.
they really don't fake. So if they wanted to come in with a cool game
you hear
plan,
Danby, you're gonna
you know that's normally where it is. Because that's like the one thing that no one's talking about as well. Like Danby is nuts. We haven't seen mechanics like it in terms of the Neon. He's so hard to shut down. We're seeing people rotate through all the guns trying to work it out. But at the same time, the setup's like really good. Like the setup that this team gets, because they are just sight hitting. They're not faking or anything. It's not going in with minimal util. It is full everything but a util. Omen flash, fade eye. You got fade tether. There's smokes everywhere, and he's got a judge. And you got the crouch accuracy as he's going by, which is busted.
It's crazy. I'm watching rounds like this, and G2 have got a pull, a snake bite, whatever the hell else on a choke point, and he's just hippity, he just hops through it all. He takes like what, 10, 20 damage? Like
it's so hard as well, because
crazy.
He puts his wall up and then he's going either side of the wall, so you're like trying to spam the wall, and then you give away your position, and then you haven't killed him, and then he's going to kill your teammate with a judge, and then you've revealed where you are, so you only get him one. Mate, he is great with it. But again, the setup is there. Like they do enable him a little bit, but mate, we haven't seen this. We haven't seen like a solo carry like this.
It was almost around. I can't remember what round it was, but he had a Bucky. They were on an eco, and he got a 4K, and he almost got an ace. It was on Corrode, and it was just. It's unbelievable. I'll try and find the round. For
I think I remember roughly what you're talking about, because he was saving the round as well. It was like it was looking disastrous.
I don't know. Or was that the one you just
it,
showed?
it was one of these. But it's I don't know, man. It's so fun to watch this team. And the thing that I like the most is watching the comparison of like the stats of the entry Neons and all these other teams. Because I've seen like loads of people being like, "Oh, Neon's busted." Do it then.
Yeah.
Like let's see it. Why has he got double the rating of every other entry Neon? Like
Even
do
just
it.
the
Yes,
eye
it was
test
just
though,
like
it's
a-
not
yes,
close.
It was.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's
Nah.
such a giant gap. It's crazy.
This is an eco round where they've just lost the second round after winning the pistol, and this would have been an all-time. This is where he gets a collab Bucky.
Look how
I mean,
scared
had
they
he
push him
aced
as well.
Yeah. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, where he
yeah.
slides in and gets the
Almost
kill out on a
gets-
player he
yeah.
doesn't even see.
He kind of
yeah.
got lost because he didn't realize he
Yeah.
killed the second, well, the fourth guy technically.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have
would've
been an
been an
all-timer.
all-timer,
It
yeah.
would have been an incredible one. Oh, that was against mates. Yeah,
Yeah.
goddamn. So they also, in terms of their map pool, though, I was talking about Abyss as being a potential weakness for them. Hey, who knows? Maybe they go into the Pearl and they reveal that as like a trap at the end of the tournament. But the rest of their map pool does look pretty damn good, and they haven't
Yeah.
lost on it yet. They also haven't had to show some of the maps here, so they could have some different stuff cooked up in terms of, they're not the world's most tactical team, I think, but they can make small adjustments that really will throw off how you want to approach a certain site hold. Like, I think a lot of it is the micro of like, how do I want to anchor this site? And you look at the VOD and you're like, well, I think standing here is going to be the most optimal because of the way that this guy paths. And then if they're playing on, I don't know, Breeze, for example, which they haven't had to show yet, and you go into the VOD and you look at that, and then he changes up the way that he paths and you just get it rolled, you're going to be like, oh, fuck's sake, now I've got to figure out all of this live during the match. So I think that does help them too.
Yeah.
I also
Especially
think there's something to be
defensive
said
angle as
about NRG struggling the most this event with teams that are running at them. I think that are taking control of the tempo of the game. I mean, they've been doing a better and better job, to be honest, because especially the rematch against what was it, PRX?
Yeah.
I think they've been doing a better and better job of being able to keep control of the pace of the game, but it's something that I want to look closer at. I'm excited for this matchup more than any other.
Let's talk NRG then. Let's move on to talking NRG. So I think you bring up a really good point though, in that they did get rolled by G2 in Americas when they were playing this crazy style, and then they got beaten by PRX during the Swiss stage. But they clearly have fixed some of the stuff that was going wrong by beating PRX again the second time around. It was still very close. It could have been a win for PRX.
14-12, 13-11.
Yeah. Super
like-
close
Yeah,
games. But do you think, like, has the learning already happened for NRG to win this game? Is it enough to play against G2 and PRX to learn how to play against Nongshim?
It's similar, but I don't think anything can prepare you for
The
Danby.
Danby, yeah.
I
No,
don't think
the
anything, I
kid's
don't think
different.
anything's close, man. I
That's
don't think
what-
anything's
yeah.
close.
I was going to say that exact point. There's no opponent you can play against. Doesn't matter if you're playing against PRX or whoever. I don't know how many hours Danby's put on Neon, but I don't know, man. You can come into it with an idea, but I feel like if there was one player to like shatter your theory of how to beat them as a team, it would be Danby. By just running you down with a judge in hand, and it's just that voice at the back of your head just being like, don't tilt. This Neon is just absolutely running past you, disrespecting you. Don't tilt.
But I think, sorry to cut you off. I think one thing that NRG will be good at is like multiple ideas. Like they'll just go through the list. They'll be like, well, maybe we don't let them exec, we just fight them in chokes. And then when he slides on us with a judge, we go, okay, maybe we get a judge and play close. And then like when that goes down, okay, then we get double Odin. Just like I feel like they'll have a multiple list and just try until they kind of work it out. Because this is definitely, we use this in Valorant a lot when I talk about this. And it's like, it's great having a theory that you think will work, but in reality on the server, you have no fucking idea if it's going to work. And this is like the best example, because as much as you'd be like, yeah, I know how to beat this guy, mate, I'm not sure, dude. I'm not sure. So I'm really excited because I think NRG, I probably rate Bonkar as probably the best coach that I watch at the moment in terms of what I'm seeing. So I'm just excited to see what his ideas are, because it's such a good challenge for him as well.
Do you think they could run counter comps? Like, is it worth... They've been meddling around with the Vice a little bit more. Brock's been playing it on a couple of... Is it 2 maps that he's been playing it on?
Corrode.
Played it on Corrode. What else did he play it on?
They did play it on
Play on
another map, I
Split?
think.
Was it? Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
it was split because
They
had
moved
that
away from
cool
double
little
drone.
B default. Yeah.
Do you think that kind of idea, where you don't, they're not playing something crazy that's like this entire comp is designed to destroy the Neon, but it's, a tweak in terms of, hey, let's play a Senti because we think this is going to be harder to get through.
I think
Like,
it's really strong.
throwing a Sage in the mix or
I
something
think
like
Vice,
that.
yeah, Vice for Sage, anything that throws slows out will be insanely strong against them, especially because they don't run fakes. Nongshim don't run fakes to pull out a util necessarily. So they're pretty all in.
Awesome.
And watching Brock, I've been pretty impressed with his Vice as well. I think a lot of Vices, well, they'll see the first signs of life, they'll pop everything, they'll blow the entire kit, and the double thorns are down. But he's pretty conservative about it. He thinks about what thorns he might need based on the pathing as well, the placement of it as well. I think with good preparation, if they put some work, especially with the way that they've already shown it, I think it's a good option. I think it's a very good option.
I think
Yeah.
most likely what will happen is they might, it's very possible Nongshim will just pick Corrode because I think they think that's probably their best map, in which case you'll probably see a Vice anyway, right? But
Yeah.
I think it's possible on like the maps that they feel like whatever map they're going to pick, they probably would just stick to whatever, their game plan is and they think is good. Maybe on whatever Nongshim pick, like, they or whatever they think they'll pick, they'll have something like maybe cooked up a bit. I would be interested though, like to see if they did think, people have tried multiple. It's not like everyone going into a Nongshim game is going like, oh well, we tried nothing and we're all out of ideas. Like people, have tried some stuff, it just hasn't worked. But I would be interested to see, like, I want to see, like, what does happen if you run into a Vice and a Sage? What if they really just try and like, we're just going to stop Danby and dare the rest of you to beat us, and we don't think you can. I really do want to see if that happens. Because
I think that'd be so
really
fun.
interesting.
I'm not sure they'll do it. It'd be so hard to get attack rounds.
No, it
So
would
that's
be,
it.
but
Yeah.
it'd
But
be
yeah, I
interesting.
get what yeah.
Some
yeah.
kind of big counter comp like that,
Yeah.
would be really. It'd be an interesting point of the game because we haven't seen. I can't remember a time that we've. ever seen that, actually.
FBX did it against PRX in the Copenhagen final. They started playing Sage and stuff,
Did they? Right.
and they
right.
started doing some extreme stuff. Didn't you cast that game?
Yeah, I casted that game. It's gone into the black hole of my memory banks though. It was years ago. It was
Well,
4
they
years
started
ago,
doing
bro.
like, I remember on Bind, PRX were like running at them, and they were like Sage rolling off like their own, like to stop themselves from being able to go towards B. Like if PRX would fully push B, they'd just Sage roll off. Right, we're going A. We'll just leave you there. Like you're not getting
Right,
to us.
right.
That kind of stuff. So, but like it's basically been Doom Bros. I'm pretty sure he's the only one that's like
Yeah, he's
really
doing a lot.
lent into like heavy. I'm gonna count. Well, I guess Frost did as well. Does it as well a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think you could get. Yeah, I mean, NRG are looking sick though, dude.
They'll lean into the Vice. I think you know the PRX when they played against AG and they had that strat of like pushing the sides on defense and then putting the aggro wall down. I think that is like probably what we'll see if it's like a corrode. Put the aggro wall down on defense, get that early info, then you have fawns either side, and then you're just locked in on that fawn. And it's like as soon as that wall comes up, the comms have got to be good, and just get the stuff up. I'm excited to see it, but I do think the Vice might be the one. But again, man, this guy could also just run past everything, and you can't react in
you can
time.
slightly
and,
time it.
yeah, and even though you've isolated him, he's killing 2 of you of a charge. So
This round was so sick from Mada. I have been enjoying watching Mada so much, man. He is probably my favorite player to watch on the defense side of maps since Champions Stage 2, something like that. And I feel like he's only getting better. I am so Mada pilled currently. He's insane.
the thing that I like the most about him right now is if I took any duelist and said what's their weakest duelist, I think you could answer like in terms of agent, but like what is this guy's weakest agent on
Phoenix?
duelist? Maybe, maybe not. Like he's really good on every duelist. Like he's comfy on every single duelist to a insanely high level.
I think it gets supported incredibly well as well.
Yeah,
It's not like for example, when G2 would play the solo duelist with double initiator, it was often like that, Jorgs having to create order space for the initiators to play off. But in this team, they take turns based on what the right circumstance is. So if Ethan's in a better position to just wide swing of his head facing the ground to set up matter, he's going to do it. And vice versa. They don't just put that role onto one player's shoulders like matter, and I think that helps a ton.
I also think that when you watch Mada entry, and Haven is the map where I think you can see this most clearly, he will make sure that he pauses his entry or finds space to be able to connect the spacing with the player behind him better than any other duelist that I've seen. Like the way, the mental map he has of his teammates' timings to ensure that he's always in with somebody. So he will go in on Haven. This is why I'm saying it's a perfect example. He runs in as Neon, takes a lot of that space, is like jumping around in fucking circles to wait for the next guy in, just keeping the space, making sure nobody's in that area. If someone contests him, he can slide and engage them and like fight them, right? But he's literally just keeping eyes and keeping presence in that area until he connects with a teammate and then they can fight. Whereas I think if you put Jorg in that kind of situation, he doesn't do that second part. He goes in at the same kind of pace, but he sends it, and then the second guy looks too far behind because there's not the same. Like Mada's level of
there's another great example of
patience
that
is
when they were playing
amazing.
Bind against PRX, and he Yoru ults, but then Forsaken Harbor ults the rest of his team off.
Yeah.
So he's Yoru ulting, and then he decides, oh shit.
And he went to heaven.
He goes,
to
goes to spawn
Yes,
in heaven
dude,
and just
that was
lives
so
there for
good.
ages. It's so amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was such a fucking sick round.
Some of the Yoru like instant decision makings right now has been so good in the ults. Like Martine is really good at it as well. Like it's so fun to just see like the because it's got 2 seconds left. Wait, 2 seconds less on your ult now. So it's like, what is it, 12 instead of 14 or 10 instead of 12? I can't remember. 10 instead of 12. So it's like, you get to like the last 2 seconds, you're like, this guy's fucked. like, surely what's he gonna do? And then you watch it and you're like, damn, bro, the instant decision making between like some of these Yorus in their ults is so good. And I think the sticking on NRG as well, I've been impressed with Ethan's mid rounding, and I'm not sure it's 100% Ethan as well, because I know it's like quite a vocal team, but it's like I think his mid rounding is way better than I'm watching from champs. Like I remember not seeing many rounds where I'd be like, oh, Ethan did good mid rounding here. It would be like Bonka maybe coming in doing set strats, and then like it would be more like the set plan originally. But every time I'm watching him now, I feel like I'm complimenting him around 3-4 times on attack to be like, dude, what sick mid rounding this was. Like this cancel of this was so good. And then like I think he's got great reads at the moment. I think he's really growing into like the IGL
the
status.
cancel calls are sublime on this team. Like
really
the way that they
good.
add pauses into their rounds and then
Looks like
just
he's got
control
barely any
everything.
time left. He's looking in the wrong way.
This is the one where he goes
and then he's there
heaven.
for so long as well.
Oh, he was incredible here.
Yeah.
But it's such an important thing with solo duelist as well. Because as soon as we're talking about Madder, is like just making sure that you do cancel, so this guy actually has a chance.
Well, funnily enough, though, this isn't a solo duelist map for them anymore, is it? So they've actually changed it up. They used to only play solo duelist on... sorry, they only play double duelist on Breeze. They even changed that up, so now Kiko's playing Jet there, and then he's pulling out the Raze here. This is his first time ever playing Raze for NRG, which is... at least I think that's correct. Which used to be his like bread and butter pick on Team Liquid. So they're growing as the tournament goes on, which is why I have them as favorites, because my mind has just been shifted completely on NRG over the course of the tournament.
Does that counter your original statement? Or
Yeah,
not?
they're
That's the
about to
thing.
just blow up, not win a map full of.
Who knows? It depends how much power I have, I suppose. I do want to touch on BBL here, because the next team we're going to talk about is G2, and BBL is kind of the connective tissue between these two teams, because NRG knocked them out of the uppers, and then G2 knocked them out of the lowers. So quickly on BBL before we go to G2, the BBL NRG game was insanely good. I think that was the match of the tournament so far for me. Unbelievably good game. I was biting, because at this point I had perfect Preds as well, so I was losing my shit towards the end of
I was
Split.
really hoping you were going to get it wrong. really hoping. I was
Got
like,
to
come
the
on,
end of
man.
Split, and they're in a 4v2, the round that Kurt just showed earlier on, where Brock got the 3k with the Odin, and I was like, they've done it. Holy shit, they've done it. How on earth?
There were so many rounds like that.
God, what a match, though. Also,
Yeah,
Mitch and Wyatt just stumble into the greatest cast of the tournament and then bounce.
Dude, Loiter's clutches at the end, I couldn't believe it. Every single time I was like, nah, it's done. It's finished. There's no way they can come back from this. And he just pulls magic out of thin air to just collect these kills. I mean, there was that one Guardian clutch where he just managed to get the kill onto Madder and then follow up immediately. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It genuinely brought whimsy and joy back into my life. I haven't felt like that since Crew beat Sentinels in 2021. Like it was genuinely. I was reminiscing that. I was like, it was giving back those feelings. I couldn't believe it, because it's so rare these days to see that level of play. Do you know what I mean? Where it's not like they were doing everything perfectly in terms of their game plans, but just seeing an individual take over like have that perfect
Yeah.
show of form, even if they didn't get it over the line at the end on split. Like the amount of back-to-back rounds that you watch it and you're thinking, well, this is it. Okay, they've lost this round. That's done. And then they win it.
Yeah.
And then it happens again. And then it happens
Yeah.
again. And it happens again. You're
crazy.
like, you genuinely, I can't remember the last time I saw that. It was in a different era of Valorant when everybody was worse at the game.
Well, hold on though. I think I had the same feeling in the G2T1 Bangkok finals, except that at that point, I was so rooting for G2 that it felt like pain to me instead of enjoyment. I was watching them just show. It felt like choking there. Whereas this game, I don't know, bro. Like the BBL being up 10, weren't they up like 10-5 or something? Yeah, they're up 10-5, but that was after winning pistol and bonus, so it's like, you know, they had a 7-5 half and then they win pistol bonus. You're probably supposed to convert those positions, but it's not like it's absolutely locked up. You've yet to play any rifle rounds on your attack side. And then you're running into probably the best defense team in the world, who's incredibly good in comeback situations too. It was just a banging match. I think NRG were the better team, but holy fuck was it good.
Yeah, it was just it's one of those where everyone looks back and like, oh, we should have won this. But you're just looking like the 2v4s from either team is just like, damn, bro. Yeah. The only round that I felt like was the experience diff was the Brock walking into B and everyone just hiding in the 4v2. Like that was the only round where I'm like, they're all playing to not lose, and they've lost because of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But they all had so many insane rounds to like get them to that point. That was like the only round I kind of looked at and I was like, this is where they're so scared to no one wants to be at fault. To messing this up. And so because none of them are at fault, they're all at fault because they're just letting them take the ultimate space even though there's a smoke down.
Yeah. Should we talk about the G2 match as well though? Because I felt like when I was watching this game, all I could think of was it's like exactly the same shit that Bren was talking about with EG on their Haven defense, where they leave too much of it on their Sova player over towards A long.
Yeah.
And they've just been banking on the fact that most teams don't hard punish that, and you can fight a lobby on defense in order to mitigate that and make people scared of it and that kind of thing. And bro, I don't know who it was, Josh, Valin, somebody just went, this looks really weak actually on the VODs. Let's go A 92 times.
They
battered them.
Classic.
No, they did. It was like the biggest anti that I had seen in terms of like working out their reactions. Like every time they took A control, it's like they're gonna leave the side and they're gonna push mid, and then A's just clear. And they either punished the push on mid or they just walked into A or waited for the repeak. So it was like I said it in the car, like in the match, I was just like, man, it looks like they have their minimap. Like it actually just looks like they can see them on the minimap because everything I'm watching on the minimap is so perfect from G2.
Yeah, it is.
Like you could tell they had spent such a long time on this, Josh and Valen. So
and this was after
sick.
BBL said we should be able to beat NRG. They're readable, and then they get read like a
you
book, like an open book.
You can't do that, man. You can't do that and then have the most readable Haven we've seen. You can't do that, man. They absolutely wrecked you. Like they took that comment so personally, and they were just like, "Sure, man.
Delayed fight.
I'll show you readable. You're getting 2 rounds or something on your defense."
This is actually a better example of it from BBL as well, because this is one where they tried to fight, tried to scrap, threw something unusual into the mix with that push up down short.
It was 10-1 at that point.
Exactly.
It's anything. It's
Kurt,
just like, dude, what can we do?
Could you show round 3 as well? Because I know that Mimi picked this out on the desk, and I think she picked out the perfect round for it too, where I think most of the time teams' theory gets showcased in like rounds 3 or round 5. These big rounds where it matters massively for the economy. Your pistol round is normally not your theory coming in. It's some set pistol strat. And round 3, you could just tell instantly. It's like, it's one of those games where it's genuinely round 3 and you're like, oh, this is over actually. G2 have just completely downloaded them. Because they do this like little bit of B pressure over here. They've got this smoke over towards bricks, and they realize Rose plays this situation unusually for starters. He tends to drone in order to keep the A long line instead of using his drone to re-clear short, which I think itself is a little bit unusual. But he also doesn't call for help as often as most people do in spots like this, which they don't have very many rounds that I've watched where BBL stack A and then do some kind of info clear, like we're gonna, flash peek A long to grab info back or something like that. They don't have that in their repertoire as much. And then this round, they're just full contact in. They're fully in. They're knocking
Yeah.
on the door, planting the spike, while Rose is like, let me take a little info peek in heaven. What the hell are you all doing here?
And their Fade and their Phoenix, one is outside garage.
Yeah,
and one is
yeah.
outside
Look
B.
at them. Just obliterating the gaps in the map. Like, this is macro.
And then they do something similar in round 5 as well, where they just
Yeah.
A default and cut sound as well. It's just it was so nice to watch. I also think a bit of an issue with BBL at the moment. Obviously they lost 0. They lost all their pistols, right? It was a 4-0 on the pistols here. I think if Lovers Rock can't get an op out, this team struggles a little bit. Because like my chat were like, oh, they're locking this guy down, but I'm like, mate, this guy's getting an op on like the 5th round. Like the half already feels like
really
almost
delaying what Golden needed, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's such a big win condition for them. So I talk about this a lot when I feel like a team is like big win condition getting an op. I want to see that 400 saved in pistol if they're gonna they're gonna be relying on him to have an op.
What did you think about the G2 double save? When
Oh,
was
that was
TMV?
crazy.
Oh, what was going on there?
I don't know.
Was that Breeze?
Okay.
It was on Breeze, I'm
It was
pretty
on
sure.
Breeze,
It was
right?
like
But when? Round 15, 16. In fact, I can
Yeah.
see it literally in the timeline because it's the only 2 rounds that BBL won on attack.
Yeah,
That was really weird. That was really
know what
strange.
happened.
Any theories? Anyone?
it was after a timeout as well, right? Or not?
Well,
Don't know.
they bought an op after that round, so I think they just wanted to buy the op while
Save
also all
twice.
having guns. They didn't want to have like 4 guns, 1 pistol, and then potentially have you getting disjointed from the rest. Like if they lost that round, they would have lost the guns, but then they had money to
Yeah.
buy an op. So they just made the call to double save so that they would be
So
synced up with their
weird.
guns. It's weird. It is
Very
weird.
Counter-Strike
I s-
pilled. I was watching it thinking I was watching CS. I'm like, what is going on here? We're at the
Yeah.
very beginning of the half and they're taking like double
It's
bonuses.
funny that was the only 2 rounds BBL won. Literally just shut them out.
Yeah.
Shut them
rough,
out and
innit?
had every other round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. How do you quickly on BBL though? How do you feel about this team moving forwards? Like, are they a flash in the pan? Are they going to do something later on in the year?
Nah, they'll do something. But
Yeah, they'll
I can't see it being like they might scrape a top 4 or something. But I'm not sure they're. I mean, I would like to be proven wrong, but I'm not sure they're like a team to go all the way. Kind of vibes. That's where I see it. I like their confidence, but I think they need to understand their win conditions a little more.
Yeah, maybe they'll
picking-
come with experience, but this is a meta that suits teams that can really shoot, I think,
Yeah.
and take aggressive fights and be rewarded for it for your own mechanics because it just simplifies your calling, your game plans a lot, just in the
Yeah.
current meta that we're in. So the meta
It
kind
would
of
be
suits
an
them.
interesting team if Yoru got nerfed. I wonder what they would do.
Yeah,
What-
even if
what
Julius
pissed-
got nerfed in general, like I don't know.
Another thing that pissed me off though is that they would constantly pick Team A, only team at the tournament to be picking Team
And
A,
then ban.
and then ban their permaban against teams that don't want to play their permaban.
I didn't get that.
I don't understand the theory there. They won a skirmish, which lets you pick whether you ban first or second, and they're like, yes, amazing, we get to ban first.
We'll ban the
What?
map that they're gonna ban, and it's like, what? Why?
Okay, great guys, great. You're not even going to bother floating or anything.
And they fell into the trap of the EMEA PAL. 20,
Yeah.
20 and 1. We must be the best at PAL. Oh, hold up.
Uh-oh.
We beating
Although there's
absolute-
other regions.
Yeah. what do you mean this other region that's middle PAL is better than our best team at PAL?
Yeah.
They slapped them as well, 13-6.
They got
Yeah, that was
punished
nice
hard by perma banning bind in this because like they literally played the 3 Americas teams, all who don't like or aren't
Yep.
good at bind.
Could have
Like
floated
it
it.
was kind of crazy that how hard Mount Veto they got punished for that.
Let's talk G2 then, going
Real
forwards,
quick,
because
can we talk
yeah.
about their trash talk? Because there was a lot of
Sure.
community discourse around that.
Mm.
And me,
Kurt,
as
what's
a
your
viewer,
take? I want your
I-
take.
Yeah, Kurt.
I love BBL. I want them to succeed. Dude, it's so fun to see a team that elicits so much emotion out of the other team. And it
Yeah.
creates such a crazy, entertaining atmosphere. Like watching them versus G2, I thought the game was close based on how much shit talk there was. They were
Yeah.
just screaming at each other. It was cool to see
Yeah.
like people that don't normally like stand up and like yell. Like I think Trent was like up there yelling across the stage. You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
So it was so entertaining, and it's because BBL is like that. So I'm a huge BBL fan after their showing.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
in my
I'm
opinion.
totally on board. I mean, again, for those of you who didn't watch the Mates BBL EMEA final, Like it was constant.
Oh, no,
it was
yeah.
and that was a very very close game. So it was unbelievable, like the amount of shit talk they were sending back and forth at each other. But I like yeah, villains are good. Having a villain is good. If they want to lean into being a villain, cool. I like them.
I think the thing is, if they want to lean into being villains, though, they have to be aware that it's gonna get people angry with them. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
Sure.
okay. It's okay to talk shit. You just have to know that it's gonna cause a reaction where people, some people, maybe even most people, don't like you and are rooting against you. And as long as I think it'd be so sick to have villains in the scene. And I think that we should have a chunk of people who support the villains, and that's fine.
Kurt.
Yeah, like her, like myself. I'm a villain supporter when it's BBL. But you know, as a player, that you are going to make it more difficult for yourself. This is why most people don't do it, because people are going to be rooting against you. People are going to be talking shit. Your fucking Twitter DMs are going to be flooded with hatred all the time. But I think the job of the coach is to kind of like just walk them through how to deal with those situations, like close off socials, that kind of stuff. Don't let people DM you. Don't read the death threats.
Yeah.
But keep doing it. Like, don't let it knock your ability to do this kind of thing. Like, it's still sick.
No, it's cool. I think Pansy did a really good tweet about it as well, because instead of like the front-facing stuff that you see on cam, where players are like all humble and stuff, I promise you, a lot of these players, and it's not ego, it's like a mix between ego and confidence, and you have to have confidence to be one of the best. Like, you have to believe that you are one of the best as well. So to kind of them to just go, oh, we're not going to hide that. Like, I don't care that I'm on camera. I'm just going to show how confident I am. I think that's awesome, dude. I agree with everything that Pansy said in her tweet, where it's just like, you should see your favorite players, like when the camera's not there. I guarantee they got crazy confidence. They'll say the same stuff as well, but it's just behind closed doors. So it's cool that they're just like, okay, yeah, we didn't learn anything from this game. Like, I will beat them next time and stuff like that. It's just awesome. So,
It does.
I like it.
I mean, I'm hoping some of that is being braggadocious, though, because they do have learning to do. Like, they,
for sure.
especially from the loss to G2, there is some serious learning to do off this experience. It's fine to be confident as long as you're not delusional about it.
Yeah.
And you can project delusional confidence as long as you do internalize some of these issues. What about shooting bodies mid-round? I don't see anyone doing that. Starzo literally doing that in the middle of a clutch.
No, yeah, dude.
I mean,
people doing it
What?
all the time, dude.
Dapper doing it since 1942 when your dad was watching Valorant. What are we talking about here? They're not the first ones to invent being
new
disrespectful to your
The new
opponents.
gens, they're new to Valorant. They haven't seen any games.
I keep having this in my chat, and I don't know if I'm getting baited all the time, but they're like, who invented this whole standing up after you've won a round thing? I'm like, it's not new to Valorant. Like, what do you mean? They're like, for God's sake, why is it standing up again? Who invented this? Like, mate, standing up. Like, everyone's been doing that for years.
It was Lysor, actually.
Yeah, he invented it.
Yeah.
Well, Lysor invented standing up and doing nothing.
And doing nothing.
I mean, he did invent
invented
that.
literally
Yeah.
just standing up. And
He did invent, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let's talk G2 then. Let's move on to the team that eliminated them from the tournament. I was not big on G2 at all until this BBL game. I was looking at their matches and I was like, China farmers, they only turn up when they're playing against teams that are basically like out of it already. You know, they won a close game against T1. All right, credit to them for that one. But I was not impressed. And then they came out with a beautiful game plan against BBL, and it's had me reassessing my view of this team a little.
Yeah, I mean, that's valid. I think one of those teams, we maybe alluded to a little bit, like as they kind of go on and learn. And I think them not being like first seed helps them, like going through the groups and just having those games to be like, okay, it's a new meta for them, so they're going to have to carry on learning. But they learn, they're all such experienced players and experienced coach that's been through multiple metas that they're learning so fast and they're getting so much better and they're coming in with game plans that are different. And I think, yeah, dude, every game they play, I'm just like, oh, they're getting scarier. Like even in the beginning of this tournament, I was kind of watching them thinking, damn, it doesn't look great. Like they're all so individual. Like there's no trades. The spacing are off. Like it just looks like it looked relatively easy to play against. And then that just gets cleaned up. And then like the game plans get cleaned up. And then they're mixing up how they play Jorgamo on the Phoenix on Haven and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, dude, like this is getting better and better every single game. It kind of feels a bit like PRX when I watch that, where it's just like they have to have to play these close games, and then they're getting great. They're
Yeah.
scary, man. They're
I am a
scary
little
team
bit
now.
worried for them though, moving forwards, because they've been taking a ton of inspiration from PRX for their comps that they're running recently. And I think that when they play against teams that play at that higher tempo, they kind of get the cracks start to show a little bit. They can't quite keep up with the teams who've been doing it for longer, if that makes sense. They're new to this style, and they've had a complete drastic turn from what they used to play, which was just focused around Jorg and playing quite methodical Valorant. Which again, I saw a comment from somebody online. I shouldn't be reading comments from people online, but somebody was like, "It's amazing that G2 have made top 4 when they play exactly like Fnatic," and it's like, have you been watching the tournament?
Not this tournament, yeah. Not this one.
They
Sure,
haven't
when was
played
that
like that in
comment
quite a
from, Brent?
minute.
Was it
But
from
it had a
2024?
lot of people agreeing with it, and I was quite confused. I think people don't watch the games. I think they just kind of talk about them, and they have these, or maybe they watch the games, but they're not. Anyway, it's besides the point. I think this is going to be a really important test for them, because they've been taking a lot of inspiration from PRX with the compositions they're playing, especially with the Phoenix. They don't play it in exactly the same way. Like PRX will prioritize like Jing's ult a lot. They don't do that with Jorg when Jorg's on the Phoenix. But when it comes to like being able to go toe to toe with teams that are playing that really high tempo gameplay, I think they've struggled. I think they struggled against Nongshim. I think they will struggle. I think against PRX.
I want to ask you though about the Nongshim split game, because I think that is the only example that goes counter to what you're saying, where they could have won that game really. I mean, I'm not saying that they were the better team, because I would say Nongshim looked like the better team, outclassed them in the OT rounds. But G2 had a match point, right? They were up 12-11 on them and definitely could have won the game. And that's a high tempo versus high tempo matchup. Did it?
I think.
Does that change
I
anything?
think. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Like, you change a couple of rounds and our whole narratives about certain teams are completely different. But and this is a good example of that, because during this game, I mean, when Nongshim were 8-4 up at the half, having lost the pistol in the second round, I was like, well, this game is completely over. Like, go next map. Like, there's no way you're going to be able to stop it. But actually, G2 did a very good job, I think, where it almost looked like Nongshim were out of ideas. It was like they didn't know what to do at all. It was like they were completely lost, which is the first time that I think we'd seen that from Nongshim, where they looked, like, apart from maybe on Abyss, where it looked like, oh God, like, we don't know what the answer is here. And I think that G2 deserves some credit for that. But I think in general, like, they are a team that I agree, Bren, and PRX obviously will be a good test for this, and they didn't stand up to it that well in the first game. But I think, like, I think they probably understand where their maps are a bit better now. Like, if I look at, like, they played Split and Corrode against PRX in that first game, and it's like, well, PRX on Split look, especially their attack side looks like, don't even bother. Like, you're probably gonna just lose. Like, don't bother. And then their Corrode, like, I just think they need to change their Corrode, right?
I hate
it's
the
not a good
Corrode
map
so
for
much.
them. The Sky
You've
ISO.
actually triggered the thought out of my brain.
But that's what I mean. Like, that's their first game against PRX, but like at the time they probably didn't know. Well, we're playing PRX's best map and a map that we're actually not that great at. Maybe they didn't understand that at that point.
Yeah.
But I think going into this rematch, they will have a much better understanding of like what's going on, and hopefully they've had a couple of days to prepare, and like if they do play Corrode, hopefully it's different in some way, shape, or form, and Jogmo can win an ISO ult or something. So I think they actually have a decent chance, because like you say, against BBL, I think BBL are maybe not always at the pace, and it's a different kind of aggression, but it's a bit more mental and all over the place perhaps in a way, but I suppose PRX can do that as well. But I do think that they played well enough against BBL that if they play at that level, they have a decent chance.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
You reminded me of because they lost the pistol round, right, on this game, on this split, and then they force bought on defense, and it would have been 9-4 down, right?
They would have been
10. They would have been cooked if they lose that.
Yeah. So, dude, that's such a big call, by the way, to do
ballsy
do that here. That's awesome.
No plant money.
But don't you think that's kind of sick for them to be like understand that they have to force here to win?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man. No other team would do that, I don't think. And I don't think G2 would normally do that. Apart from maybe because they know they're good with stingers. The defense force buy, and you can count them on one hand, really.
Well,
that we've seen.
Yeah, didn't they do it?
But it
They
will
did
always
it
be
on
like a 10-2
Corrode.
scoreline.
Was
It's
Corrode-
when they're already on the
Corrode, they
cusp
were
of
on
losing.
attack. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Corrode, they
yeah.
were on attack.
Right.
You rarely see a defense one.
Yeah, you do. But I think it shows that they have an understanding. This is like the opposite of delusional confidence, where you realize we're actually in a bit of
Yeah.
Game
a
theory,
bind
yeah.
right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we are
yeah.
supposed to increase variance here in order to make the outcome more likely go in our direction.
Yeah.
This was
Also,
mad.
it makes sense with the map too. Now that I'm thinking about it, because if there's any map
Bucky's.
that you're going to be forcing close range guns, Bucky's Stingers, it will be split.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This is where you'd find them.
Valen's anchoring was also really, really strong on this map
I mean,
against
it has been.
Nongshim. Yeah, but like specifically, you're supposed to kind of get run over here, right? Like
Mhm.
a hard anchoring B for your players in heaven to flood off. If you get run over, the round is over. You have to survive for a significant period of time, and ideally take one with you as well. And he was constantly getting 1 or 2 against the full exec. I thought it was fantastic.
Dude,
stuff.
this just makes me realize how good the 4 teams are here. It's gonna be so good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy that these are the 4 teams. Like they've been playing so well. It's so nice. I've been in. I mean, groups was a little bit crap to be honest. There was a lot of one-sided games, but the playoffs have been awesome, man. And
Yeah.
like just the progression of teams, like as we go on, has been really cool to see them learn, especially the American teams.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to talk.
Go
go on.
Before
go
we
on,
move
Brett.
on, I was going to say I have one concern with G2, which is that
Yeah.
I think Baby Bay has been struggling a little bit. I love him as a player. I love what he's bringing to the stage as well. And I love that he's putting respect on casters' names by getting back into the game. But I think the last 2 games has been a bit of a tear gap. And I mean that in terms of when you watch him play, the whole team is getting better. Don't get me wrong. Like G2 are making leaps and bounds of every single match that they play at this event. But there's a very clear experience diff when I watch Baby Bay play in clutches or just in certain scenarios where he doesn't have the learnt experience of having all those reps that the rest of the team has. And it's left, I mean, I think when I'm watching it, it looks like he's being left behind in terms of the understanding of what to do in a given round. And it's got to the point where, I mean, it's tough, I think, because it's, yeah, I don't know. G2 have been working around him and putting him into positions where his role is quite simplified, I think, whether it's on the chamber or if he's on double duelist. I mean, it was a bit iffy at times, but they're trying to really like kind of force him into quite easy lanes in terms of being able to execute. But right now, when I watch him, I just don't have a lot of faith. When you're going up against PRX as a team that's giga experience, you need every advantage you can get. You need
It was a big
everybody
challenge
being
for
on
him
top
the first
front. It's a
time.
huge challenge.
He was
But
talking about
he-
it when we had him on the desk, and he was like, "Dude, they rocked me in that game."
Yeah.
He said it was the hardest game I think he said the hardest game I've ever played. But maybe I'm paraphrasing and exaggerating slightly there. But that was the implication of what he was saying.
Yeah.
I find his waylay. That's the only time I worry, to be honest, because I feel like I view him as a scoped user for sure. So as soon as he's on the waylay, and that's not really how it's meant to be played, I feel like that's the only time I see him struggle. But when he's on the chamber and the Yoru, I feel fine about it. He'll get the Outlaw out early. He's making sure that he has long impact by making sure that they buy the heavy armor. But when he's on the waylay, I agree with Bren. I'm like, oh, he looks out of his depth on this agent. But for me, it's just an agent only thing. I don't know if you felt the same, Bren, or if you feel it's like the overall
I think
picture.
it's when I watch him in
think overall-
clutches too. You watch certain players in clutches, and they just have that built-in instinct from reps where they've been in this position. They know roughly. They've got internal timings in their heads where they're like, okay, well, I've cleared this area. They're not here yet, so the chance of them being here now is higher, and they'll adjust their crosshair placement. When I watch Baby Bay, he doesn't have the reps and the experience. And when I watch him in clutches, he's like almost having to react his crosshair to people rather than preempting where people are going to be in those scenarios. if that
I
makes
said
sense.
this. I said this a few weeks back. But I think that's just like Baby Bay is not a good clutcher, which is why it didn't make sense for him really to be on the perma chamber role. But that like he's not in many clutches here, or he shouldn't be anyway. I guess he actually has been in quite a few of them at Santiago. But I think what he showed in Americas was he can be really, really effective, even on Waylay, if you get an op in his hand and put him on angles. And he knows how to play around that kind of stuff. I think I haven't run the numbers, but just as a gut check, I think he's had the op way less in Santiago than he's had it across kickoff. Part of that is because they're not playing bind as much, and so he's not playing the chamber bind, which he was amazing at. He was insanely good at that role.
Yeah.
And I want them to pull it back out, but I guess it's not working in scrims or some shit. But I think also, like, when I'm watching them play split on defense, I'm not seeing him on A posted up with the op as much as I was in kickoff, I don't think. I think that makes a big difference to a guy who's like an incredible... His reaction times are amazing.
No, he's still he can
yeah,
shoot.
for sure.
He can shoot, man.
So
If
good
he's
with the
put into
scope.
a role to succeed, where he's like actually put in that scope position, everything's going right for him. He'll shoot. He'll be able to do well. I just think that that's the one weak point that I can see heading into this game, where he you know, the rest of the team is making these improvements. Where it feels like I think this might be the exact round that I was thinking of when I was thinking about the sort of game IQ in a situation, where he's like having to react to what's in front of him. But
Yeah, but
No,
here
that's a tough one, though.
Here,
That's a
this
tough
is
one.
this is
I'm
a tough one,
nitpicking because
it's like,
the swing wasn't instantaneous, so he's thinking, okay, well, it's going to be coming from a different place, right?
Yeah, and Nongshim almost like they messed that up.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him. I want to see the same leaps. I want to see the same progress and improvements in his play.
I'm feeling the same about Jorg, to be honest with you. Like, I think both of these players, Jorg less so in the most recent game, because against BBL, he just got to absolutely farm on Phoenix on Haven.
Yeah.
But his more like hard entry stuff that he plays on the other maps, I think has been a step behind some of the other guys. And I want to see the best from him. I want to see, you know, like a top level Jorgamo performance when he's playing the Neon, for example, and to take over a game. And I don't think we've seen that yet from him on that role.
But
I think he's done it on Phoenix.
it's a big adjustment for him, though, right? I feel like
The whole team, I
He's
think.
played a whole year of solo duelist,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
now he's double duelist, and sometimes he's the guy that isn't meant to make the space. So I think it's just a adjustment period is where I see it. But it's still like a valid point. It's still worth bringing up.
No.
I think it's just one of those ones where I was kind of praising them for being so fast at adapting to this style, but I think that's something that maybe will take some time to VOD review and realize that, I mean, you can chill a little bit. You can bait Baby Bear if he's sending it in like
Yeah.
this. Mm.
I hard agree.
The-
I think they're stuck in that old mentality a little bit with the way that they play.
Yeah, because he's just like, I make space, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, man, you actually bait now.
Yeah.
you
And
bait,
it's-
you get the kills.
There's a major difference in terms of the way that other teams, you were saying, Josh, with the way that they set up their hard entry players, because they typically have a lot more util. So that the fights are simplified, where it's like, okay, well, this area is cleared of this util, this area is cleared of here, and then it just, when a hard entry player is going in, they know exactly where they need to be aiming. They know exactly where the places are, where there's the unknown, where there could be a player. But they're still, they're getting up to speed. But this is the biggest test yet, and there's no more second chances, right, against PRX. So I think I'll be rooting for them, but I think it's going to be a really, really hard challenge.
Yeah. They also... Every team here has a slightly different interpretation. Apart from NRG, who've got a massively different interpretation. But the other three teams, even though they play roughly what you would call the meta, all play quite a different look at it, right? Like G2 are the only team that play a lot of the double dive stuff where, and they don't even play a lot of it, but they play, you know, they play it on Split, they play it on Abyss as well, where they're playing the Neon and the Waylay, who can both go in at any point, be the space creator kind of duelist. And then I guess Nongshim are a bit more similar to PRX in the sense that they have one, you know, hard designated, you know, it's mostly Jing and Dambi, and then the others cleaning up behind, and then NRG are just doing something entirely different.
Yeah.
But Nongshim's style is very distinct.
It is
Like,
super
yes,
distinct,
it's-
yeah.
Really one of a kind.
Yeah. Well, let's talk PRX then. Let's go on to talking about the last team that we haven't covered just yet, because do you think they can win the tournament from this position? Are you still believing that from a lower bracket spot they could win?
Are
Yeah.
you mad?
Paper.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
in the
I'm just
final
saying
four.
it's tough.
PRX can't win 3 games
It's
from this
tough.
spot. I'm not saying it's not tough. If they were in like the lowest at the start of the bracket, I would be like, maybe not. That would be a big ask. But they're in the final 4. Of course they can. They're in the final 4. In the first game, they're favored.
Their hardest spot is NRG in a best of 5. I think is their hardest thing, just because of map pool.
Yeah.
I think they would benefit from Nongshim beating NRG, so that when they play NRG, it's in the lower bracket final, and they both get a ban. If they play NRG in the upper bracket, and they have to play Abyss and Corrode, then
NRG are given time to cook up some stuff with the extra day.
Then I'm worried. But
Yeah.
But I think the easiest route, obviously not easy, but I think they want Nongshim to be in the upper final, basically. Because then they both don't like Abyss, and they might get rid of Abyss.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That's like my only worry. But it's also one of those where like you try and break down the maps and you're like, well, PaperX aren't favored in this map, and then everyone just frags, and you're like, well, the PaperX, man, why did I put so much thought into it?
But the thing that I'm thinking about PaperX is like, even when we're thinking that they don't play that well, and we give praise, like when they lost to NRG 2-0, for instance, right? People, I think the narrative coming out of that game would be like, oh wow, NRG, they're improving. You know, we're all pretty high on NRG here, and oh, PaperX, you know, they played this, you know, kind of bizarre bind comp with the Gecko Harbor. You know, maybe it didn't work out that great. But then you look at the game, it's like, well, they lost by 2 rounds in both maps. Like even when we
It's
think
scary,
like, oh,
isn't it?
PaperX aren't playing that well, and the other teams, you know, doing so great. Like, well, they win one other round, and like they maybe win the game, and then it's like, well, then like that's the thing. Even when PaperX aren't doing great, it's still like it doesn't matter. Like you have to play at such a level to just beat this team to start off with, because they're just the team with infinite win cons.
It is the worst map in NRG's pool that they want to play. You know, like if they ban the breeze and play the bind, or ban the bind and play the breeze, like it's not like they're amazing at it either. But yeah.
No, but my point is like it's still like even when NRG are very good. Don't get me wrong, but that's my point. Like a very good team scrapes past a PaperX that we don't think are doing that great in that particular game.
Going back to the beginning of the playoffs, they played against Furia. Coming out of that Haven game where PaperX play the Phoenix Yoru Chamber comp, that's the first. Is that the first time that they've lost this year on Haven? I think so. I think they were undefeated, weren't they? I believe.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I'll double check, but I think they were undefeated, because I believe they were undefeated and NRG were undefeated when they played against
They
each
won all
other.
their games.
I remember us questioning why they weren't picking it
Yeah.
loads in kickoff, because that's like the only map they were winning all the time. Yeah.
So Furia's coach came out the back of this one though and said, "Oh, we had such a good read on what they were going to do. Like they used their ults super predictably, and they kind of did just dismantle PaperX in
No, they
this
backed
game.
it.
They have a readable style, I think, because of how much they prioritize building up the ults as well on this map. I can't remember if Furia did much in terms of anti for that, but when I'm watching them, I noticed that's a clear difference in terms of the way that they play. It's pretty obvious when Jing's went away, they're going to be.
Yeah, it's the Phoenix stuff, right? That's just. I wouldn't say it's similar on other maps, but it is just like when they have a Phoenix, it is just, can we get 4 ults into this half, and they'll do that a lot. So I think
Both of their opponents after that first round banned Haven against them though. So it's not like other teams are confident that PaperX's Haven is solved and you can anti-strat it easily or something like that. They're still putting the fear of God into people with their Haven. It's a crazy comp.
I mean, I think split is the answer to that question now, though. Like I think the split is the one you want to avoid.
You just want to get rid of that no matter what.
Yeah, I think so. Like
but everyone likes split at the moment.
Yeah,
but I would still get rid of it against PaperX.
Yeah,
dangerous. I mean, that's
level.
then opening up. Like if G2 were to do that, that's opening them up to a ton of maps where they would not like to play. I think.
Oh no, I think they have to do that to win.
They have to
I
ban
think not
split?
doing that would be kind of trolling, to be honest. I think they simply must do that, and because PaperX, you just have to hope that like, they'll stick with that bind comp and won't be very good. I think if you're G2.
Yeah, they might not have the confidence to pick it after what happened.
Yeah.
Have we ever seen a Haven mirror match of the Yoru Phoenix?
Maybe 2020.
With a chamber as well.
We did, right? PaperX against PaperX against DFM. Yeah, they copied their comp.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so it'll be the second time that we see that if Haven's played. It's just nuts that that's the thing. We're just playing mirror Phoenix Yoru chambers against each other.
To put one last note on PaperX, while I'm talking about split, is if you look at all of the other maps PaperX have played, if you take split out, they have, I think, won 4 and lost 5, if you count non-split maps. So I do think that, and in every series they've won, they've played split.
Yeah.
So I do think, like, for me, it's just like, if you're G2, just get rid of that map. Like, G2 have been banning some different maps in there, just get rid of it, and I think you have a decent chance against them.
Yeah. What did you think about the game that they played against All Gamers? They got pushed pretty heavy on Corrode. They definitely exposed a bit of a weakness there, I think.
Yeah, I felt a bit better just because all gamers played a lot better since their first game, so I was like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel that bad because I've seen them do a lot of good stuff. So yeah, if it was like if all gamers hadn't have had the win before, then I would have been like, oh boy. But all gamers actually like locked their game down after their first loss.
And I think it's
Lock the
interesting. We
gamers.
talked about on Haven
Yeah.
them being prioritized the Phoenix, and they changed that on Pearl. They went to Neon instead of
Yeah, they went to
Phoenix.
Neon.
Yeah. Well, they changed the Phoenix on Corrode as well. They went
They've
away
been
from the
changing.
Phoenix there.
Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
changing comps a lot.
Do you like the new comps?
I
For
fuck
them?
with it. I like the Neon on Pearl because I think it allows you to skip past the like A main fight that a lot of teams do with the util. It disrespects a lot of the util there. Take fights earlier, which you can't do on the Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of teams are doing that, investing the slide early. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of fine because you got the second duelist as well to send it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm ever gonna hate a Neon in this one
Yeah.
because it's like, well, we can see the potential.
Let's do some predictions then. Let's talk about what
could
we
go
think
wrong?
is going to happen with the rest of this
Ah,
bracket.
okay.
What could go wrong?
Well, if we all predict NRG, then surely
Well,
we just
one of
predict
these
NRG
I'm
to win
worried
it.
about because I went for one of these because I thought you guys were going to go the other way,
Oh.
and now we've done the show.
Uh-oh.
I think you're all going for what I went for.
Oh no!
Apart from maybe TMV, I think TMV's got us.
Okay.
Mm.
We'll
You're
see
worried
what
about the
happens.
guarantee.
I'm worried about the NRG Nongshim guarantee. Yeah.
Right. Well, let's take a look at that one first then. Nongshim Red Force plays NRG in the
I don't
upper
know why you're
bracket
hoping for me,
finals.
Siggy.
Don't tell me you went for NRG. Oh,
Oh, Brent saved us.
oh, Bren, thank you.
No, on paper, this is everything we've already discussed is completely valid. I think NRG have been getting better and better and better at playing against the high tempo that teams throw at them. But this is purely the only thing I'm banking off here because everything should be set up for NRG to win this. They've had a ton of days to prep and think about how they want to counter Danby. They're typically a really good team at anteing. And I think that they're in a prime position where they've had a ton of reps against teams that are playing these fast exec styles against them, where they're just getting better and better at playing against that. But the one caveat is Danby. And because again, I think that like you were saying, Sliggy, Danby might be the exception to the rule of where you have an idea of how to stop him, but can you actually stop him? That's
Yeah.
the question. That's the question. So that's the only reason I took a punt on Nongshim here.
Yeah, it's good.
The only
No,
reason
think
it's
it's
a
a punt.
very
I
valid
mean,
one.
I think it's very good.
Well,
I
what is the
was-
percentage then? Like for the NRG believers, what would you say it is?
Okay. Do you want? So I think Nongshim is 55-45.
But you're going for the underdog.
No, but okay, so at the moment, old me that did the pick'ems, he's 85% right. So I got to back him.
Mm.
And he
I
said
see.
NRG for this. But
All
if
right,
I-
so why do you disagree with the logic then that we've been talking through in this episode? Because I feel like
Danby, bro.
most of us were talking about NRG being favored.
Danby. Mate, look at
Just
no one
Danby.
can stop
It is
him.
just Danby.
No one can stop him. You're gonna have
Yeah.
6 ideas, and I'm not sure any of the 6 ideas are gonna work.
Okay.
You gotta back it until you see someone shut him down.
And I think that's a great take to have, honestly. This is what I said to some of the people that they're recording like content pieces for later on, and they're asking me, how do you think this tournament's going to go? And I said it's defined by who can shut Danby down.
Yeah.
Like it's either Danby's going to win the tournament, or the team that shuts Danby down is going to win the tournament. That is what Santiago is at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also think it comes
I
down
guess
to
I think NRG are going to do it.
Abyss as a map too. Because
Yeah.
it's gonna be
if
interesting what they
they-
do.
it's probably going to get played. So it all comes down to,
Oh.
do they have good ideas? Do they have a good read on what NRG like to do? Can they get ahead of NRG's prep? Because I think that's another win con against NRG is, can you predict what they're going to try and do based on what you do already and trying to get one step ahead of that, like on top of the layers, which is complicated as fuck. So I don't know. I don't know if they got that dog in them, but
Mm.
we'll see. We'll see.
If Nongshim don't change their Abyss, then I feel great about my NRG pick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
comp wise.
Yeah.
It should be 1-0 if they don't.
Yeah, no,
mean,
I think it would be. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go into the next game then. So, game towards the lower bracket, PRX plays against G2.
No, this might be one.
No,
Ooh.
we're
Wow.
split 50-50. Damn. Okay, so for audio listeners, TMV and Bren have gone for G2, myself and Sliggy going for PRX. What's the thought process behind... I feel like the way that we were talking throughout the episode would imply that PRX were
yeah,
favored to win again.
I'm what Sliggy did in the last game. Where
Okay.
I've gone for the 45 in this one. I agree that PaperX should be favored. I just went for a bit of a punt. I didn't expect anyone else to be honest. I'm a bit. Well, then again, I should have understood that Alice has Bren locked in a G2
By the
picking
It's not
time
even
chamber.
that. It's not even that. I think they genuinely can. They've been making every single game they look better and better, G2. And I think that you bring up TMV about split being a big weak point, right, in this game. But I actually think that PRX have already been showcased that they have some readable tendencies on their defense half when they played against Furia, like near the beginning of the tournament. Because that, even though they lost that map, Furia, they actually showed that they antied the shit out of them. They were doing some really nice stuff. They were very aware. I don't know if you remember, there was one round where Forsaken, Forsaken does the one-way smoke in B main, and they typically they were baiting. They were baiting. Normally, it's like either one or two players, and I can't remember if it was Forsaken or something that died. They jumped through the smoke and they died immediately. And Furia got the kill. They didn't immediately run away. They stayed there and spammed the smoke more, expecting the next guy. So they had a set of tendencies that PRX, I've seen them do so much.
I completely agree with you, Bren. But PRX's attack side on that map is a different level.
Filthy.
And they also did not lose a round against
No,
Furia.
they didn't.
You're right. Furia came out 7-5 half. We're feeling great.
Yeah.
Didn't win a round on their defense side.
I know. It is filthy. But I'm saying that you can piece together answers to
But the way I see it playing out, Bren, for G2 to win, if they ban split, what are G2's other weak maps, like Bind, for instance? Well, PRX is Bind.
Split. I don't think they should, though.
No, but
but
my point is, if they do
get punished,
if they do, they're not going to get punished by PRX. PRX are going to end up on what? Oh,
I don't even know, to be honest.
I don't think you would want to play it.
I think Breeze might even
G2
be
and
where they
Pulse.
would take them.
that's my point. Like,
Corrode.
if you ban split for me,
They're going to take them to Corrode.
but they just lost Kuro to AG.
I know,
Like,
but
if G2 change up their
like
Corode comp, they have a chance.
I'm going to be honest, though. PRX's Corode
Why are
didn't
you
look
making
too
that
hot
face, you
either.
little baldy?
No, I'm saying I'm thinking about the Corrode pick. I'm thinking about PRX picking
Yeah,
Corrode
exactly.
into G2, and I'm
If you
thinking,
ban split,
I wouldn't do
PRX's
that.
pick in this game doesn't feel that good. I don't think there's a map that I'm feeling like, oh wow.
I can get on board with that. Yeah.
I think, dude, I watched PRX struggle against All Gamers when Fangia was literally like making up his setups on the fly on A. Like the amount of times I saw that guy put down his TP, but he was like testing it in the pre-round. I'm like watching the barriers like steadily drop down, the time's counting down, and he's on top of the box like, can my rendezvous stretch this far on A? Like, I don't know, actually. Maybe. And he would just play out of range of it and pick it up randomly. Like, they genuinely only tested chamber setups on B, and yet PRX still lost to it. I mean, I don't know. It's a weird one.
Pick.
As much as I hate G2's Corrode, I think that if they go into Corrode, PRX are also not that great at it.
Yeah.
I think this game's going to be a bit sloppy because I think if both teams target the bottom of each other's map pools, you got some weird maps in here. You got some really.
The good thing for
maps.
PRX is Abyss is a good ban against G2, so they're getting a great ban.
Yeah, that's.
But I think if we end up on Corrode, Bind, Haven, all of these maps
Messy.
are chaos.
Messy.
They're absolute chaos.
Especially the binds, man. I don't know.
the binds
I
got
don't know what's
weird.
going to go down on the binds.
Both teams might have different comps compared to the last time we saw them.
Yeah, I think.
I mean,
they
same on Corrode, though. They could both have different Corrode comps compared to the last time we saw them.
Yeah.
Haven wouldn't be, but it would be a mad matchup.
Haven would be a mad
Phoenix Yoru
brawl.
Chamber. Yeah. It's
Haven
like,
would be
this
cool.
game's a gigabanger, but it's going to be an insane mess, I think.
I feel kind of okay for PRX because last time they went up against each other, PRX had a bad start, I think, on 3 of the sides.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel good about PRX.
Yeah.
Okay. How are the Preds going as well, Sliggy? I know you were
Great.
like neck and neck with me at one point.
Yeah, and it was 17 out of 20, so that's not too bad. At
Yeah.
one point we were drawing with you, it was like 14-1 or something.
No,
and then
I'm at the
lost a
same.
couple.
I'm at
Yeah,
the
you're
same right
same.
now. Yeah. I
And
lost
we're
both of the
picking
BBL Preds and JonahP's AG, so
And we're picking the same stuff. Wait, who'd you have
Yeah.
win in the tournament?
Well, should we talk about that? Let's talk. So let's imagine that both of these matches go the way. Well, we'd have to flip a coin for this one. Kurt, who would you have? PRX G2.
I would trust the coin flip over my opinion. Let me throw.
Okay, well then we gotta flip a
Look at
coin.
this
Then,
guy
bro. We gotta
checking
flip
it
a
out.
coin. We have to flip a coin.
Give me a second.
Kurt's unwilling to go for
Why are
himself.
we flipping a coin when we already know the answer and RG are going to win?
Whoa.
Do we know? Oh, right. You know the
but
answer.
you
guys
picked-
have done-
you picked
listen,
them to
I
lose,
predicted
though.
against them. I know, but
But you're still going
3 of
lower
you predicted,
final
so we're
win.
going with the
But
majority.
I would say the favorites is Nongshim right now. Like if we were going for actual predictions, I would probably.
But that's because you think
that's
Nongshim are favored in
insane.
that game. No, because
Yeah,
if he
yeah,
thinks
yeah, 'cause they're
Nongshim,
favourites.
whoever you favor in the upper final is surely favorites.
No, but I just mean even if you
He
change
just
your
picked
mind,
against
they're
it. He's
50-50,
picked an upset.
Sliggy.
Yeah, no, I agree. It'd be coin flip.
Do you want to coin flip both of them?
Yeah, I want to coin flip both of them because I
Yeah,
would.
let
I
the
would
coin
switch.
decide who we think is going to be the
my
champ.
God.
Well, you want to go for NRG? I don't get how you lot think they're favorites.
And they're the
Don't you
favourites
think they've been
because
playing?
They've been playing good, man. But Nongshim, haven't they been playing better? But Nongshim haven't been stopped yet. They haven't
Oh,
lost
let's
the
just
knee
say
on that.
Nongshim win and we'll be happy.
They haven't been stopped, yeah, but they were very close to getting stopped against G2 on split.
Yeah.
One round goes the other way. They have
Sure,
a
let's
match
keep,
point.
let's keep with NRG. Sure. Let's just flip for G2 PRX.
All right. Let's flip G2 Paper X. Is this already flipped? Okay.
We'll flip it again. We'll take the win.
It's back to back anyway.
let's
G2.
go.
Did it even turn?
No,
I don't know. It
I
just
don't think that
literally
flipped
spun.
Frisbeed
out. I
out.
think that went like sideways. Do you want to try it?
He
again?
just-
Best of
yeah,
three.
we're just
We said
always
best
on
of
Go on,
three.
flip it again.
Best
Flip
of
it
three,
again.
best
Flip
of
it
three.
again.
Best of three.
Best of three. That one's
three.
flipped.
Oh, that's a flip.
That's a flipper, yeah.
Easy game.
Okay.
Paper X fans, best of five. All right, so G2 win that game in theory. Let's say they then face against Nongshim in the lower bracket final. BO5 G2 Nongshim. Upper
Nongshim.
bracket was a pretty damn close
Nongshim.
game anyway. Yeah, you
Nongshim.
still going for it?
Yeah.
Nongshim.
Nongshim.
Okay. I would agree with
But
you.
it doesn't
too.
matter because NRG are going to win.
Okay. Well, let's
Re-round
get to the
final.
final.
So, all right, so then grand finals is a rematch. Nongshim, NRG. NRG have double map veto.
If double map veto, they have a data
Play
prep and
Abyss
anti.
and Pearl. Energy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They would play a
if
bit
NRG
from,
win that Nongshim match, I think
yeah.
they just win. It's the back-to-back trophy, the first one we've ever seen.
Okay,
from
well then
Champs to
maybe,
Masters.
and that would be sick. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. But let's flip the question around. Is it a case of whoever wins the double map
Upper.
veto wins? Because I think it's a bigger advantage for NRG.
What's NRG's? What's their worst map right now? Because they're part.
They've been banning Breeze and
bind.
Bind.
Their bind look kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean Breeze and Bind is what they've been banning, and they're actually pretty decent on both of them.
Hmm.
I don't know what their worst map is.
Having to play Bind against Nongshim, they would probably lose.
Yeah, the map.
Oh
pool-
yeah.
The map pool's
For-
pretty good for best of fives.
Yeah.
But their map pool's insanely good. Like
Yeah.
they're losing because their opponent is amazing, not because they're
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, you're talking me around to NRG. Sure.
Okay, well, yeah, you
The-
said
the
Sliggy,
map
you
pool-
need
no,
to
the
put
map
pressure
pool's
on them.
good. Yeah,
You
yeah,
need to
it's
put pressure
true,
on
it's
them.
true,
It's an
true.
NRG clean sweep, no chance.
If the series BO5 Nongshim get rid of Abyss and Pearl, so they get to play the other 5 maps in the pool, do they easy win that series? Definitely win the series? Close series?
It's close, right?
Still
They would be
lose?
favored,
Maybe
but it would be close.
if they can shut down Danby.
It's a
They-
better
Well, yeah, that's the
finals.
thing. If we
If
watch
they
the
haven't
first
figured it out-
NRG game and Danby just destroys them, then
Right.
yeah, what are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
then it's over anyway, yeah. I think in theory, though, that's a better grand finals if Nongshim wins the upper bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you get maps that everyone's good at, you know?
I think you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, I
it's
get
a
what
little
you're
bit more
saying.
exciting. Because otherwise, I'm going into that grand finals thinking the storyline is like, it's cool that NRG can lift the back-to-back trophy, but it's also, I feel like anybody that's coming up through the lowers is an underdog.
I feel like
Yeah,
whoever
that
wins
matchup.
this is pretty sick, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, no matter what, the story's pretty good.
It is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's got the... I mean, Paper X probably become best roster, best team of all time, overtaking Fnatic, I think. G2
Oh, for
finally
sure.
get theirs.
Yeah.
NRG...
Back to back.
I don't... Yeah, I mean, I don't even
Same-
know what you say about NRG, but they're unbelievable at that point.
I mean, at this point, they're forming a dynasty.
Yeah, that's the
Right? I
start
mean-
of some kind of
Dude,
dynasty era thing. if they keep
different
going
meta,
well.
different map pool to do it back to back.
That's
no,
crazy.
no shade on 2023 Fnatic, but
No, it's
Icebox,
much more impressive.
Icebox and Bind change, you had the same meta. This would be next level if NRG
It's also
won this.
over a longer time period, like literally just more, you know, months, days, hours, that kind of
Yeah.
thing, which
Yeah,
gives you
yeah,
more of
yeah.
a chance of falling off, I think.
I think consistency is harder in this area of Valorant because we changed the map pool so much.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
then
And we had
Nongshim.
the biggest balance change during
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
off season that we've had. Like,
it would be,
Because
it would
get
be
a bigger
insane
change.
if they did it.
Has Nongshim got the worst story?
No,
Whoa, whoa,
bro.
whoa,
What?
whoa, whoa,
Lifting
whoa.
a trophy defined by your crackhead neon player who's mastered the agent to the point where nobody's mastered it ever. Rage bait. It's rage bait.
It
The
is.
bold
To be
fuck is
fair-
rage baiting.
To be fair,
who's got a worse
actually-
story, Bren?
Yeah.
He's rage baiting.
Who's got a worse story?
Who's got the
than
worst
Nongshim?
story out of all of these teams?
Yeah. And tell me it isn't Nongshim.
Dude, I think
Hey,
it might
it's
be
not
Paper X.
Nongshim. It's
Paper X?
No, it's not.
It
They're all good. They're all good. You asked me to pick. You asked
It
me to
might-
pick
it
like
might be.
the worst out of all 4 of these teams when they're all very compelling stories. Like we haven't
Yeah,
had
they
a
are
compelling
Paper
top
X.
4 like this in so long. I mean, I can't remember the last time we saw it, but maybe like Champs 2023 when the top 4 was like, oh my god, it was insane. It was like at that point it was like Jing's last ride because we thought he was going to be retiring.
That was.
And-
Oh, that was an
crazy.
unbelievable. Yeah, it was Fnatic,
That was
Loud,
crazy.
Yeah.
Paper X.
I would,
EG.
I would say
Yeah.
Nongshim has the best story.
The best. Why have you got the
pretty
best? Aren't they just like a classic
Oh,
Cinderella run,
sorry.
but with a
Everyone
broken...
else's entry duelist averaging 0.7 rating, and my guy's entering with 1.4 rating.
Yeah,
of course,
it's
they got the
insane.
best. It's a one-guy solo carry.
That's a
Everyone's saying the
Danby
man.
story.
Yes,
not a
exactly. He's on the
Nongshim
team.
story.
People love the character. Yeah,
He's
people-
on the team.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's a sick story, dude. It's a sick
Yeah,
story.
They're
they
an
all
Ascension team too.
Premier
Oh,
team.
dude, actually,
They're an
yeah,
Ascension
they're
team.
a premier team. I forgot
Welcome.
about that.
Good morning.
Yeah, I've woken up. No, I've woken up. The BBL, yeah. I always think about BBL being a premier team. I forget that Nongshim were also a premier team. Yeah, Danby, Ivy, and Francis, all the way from premier, like full core of
crazy.
the team. It is nuts.
Yeah.
And also, 2 of those are still their best players.
Yeah.
Danby and Ivy.
RB coming back.
Holy.
Did a
Yeah,
stint
RB
in
coming back
China.
too.
Disappeared fully from
Sad
tier
Mako.
1.
Sad Mako noises.
Holy.
Dude, I'm convinced
Yeah.
Nongshim is the best story. It's got to be G2.
Well, then who's the worst story?
Come on, Kurt. Who's the worst?
It is
Say
actually-
G2.
It's paper.
But it's still
G2,
a good
for sure.
story. It's still a good story.
Yeah.
It's just the worst one.
That's
Okay.
true.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're selecting from some beautiful narratives out here.
Yeah.
But you have Baby Bay lifting a trophy? That'd be so
I
fun.
mean, that
That
would
would
be
be
That one's
sick.
pretty good.
That would
That
be
one's
sick.
pretty good.
It's so good.
Oh, God.
Let's finish by talking about some of the stuff that we want to just rampantly speculate about what the new agent is going to be up to. Now, if you've heard anything, you got to fake like you haven't, because I genuinely
I have
don't
not
know.
heard
I
anything.
don't know.
All right, great job so
Okay,
far with the
I've heard
faking.
something.
You've heard some things. TMV's heard some things.
No,
You
no.
go
Who are you
first.
tapped
What have you
into
heard?
in the underground?
No, nothing big. Nothing big. Don't worry.
All right.
They look like that. They look like something.
Wow, they really do look like something.
It does look like something, yeah.
That's crazy. What are the leaks so far? What are the like rumors?
Wait,
Controller.
it's cool.
Controller.
That, hold on, the hand of the agent is the same as the Masters trophy. That's cool.
Oh,
They always do
yeah.
that, don't they?
Wait a minute, they do always do that, but I don't think I haven't seen anybody talking about that. That's cool though.
Probably because they
Yeah.
always do it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, you are a misery guts, bro.
Dude.
I thought
think
that was a
the-
nice fun fact, Brent. Thank
Oh,
you for
sorry,
thanks,
sorry,
man,
sorry,
thanks.
sorry.
I think the hoodie
The,
looks comfortable.
Yeah.
Does it though? It
Does it
literally
really?
is spiky.
Yeah, but no, because that's well, it's spiky, but it's like it's gonna. I feel like it's filled with foam,
Yeah, I think it is
right.
fun.
Okay.
and it would feel really nice to like rest your head against it.
It looks like acoustic foam strapped to a hoodie.
I
Sound,
fuck
it's
with it.
soundproofing, and that's part of the agent, right? Because they've been doing.
Yes,
Oh,
it
here's
is
the
sound-based.
sound in Valorant.
Oh, is that why they were running those things?
Yeah. Come on, there's always thought behind it.
Wait, what is there's a healer in thingy that's sound based, isn't there? In League of Legends?
Mate. Oh, I thought you were going to go with Overwatch.
Overwatch,
bro.
yeah.
Is-
What's the
isn't it
Overwatch guy
your
called who
bra,
bounces
Lucio?
around?
Well, yeah, Lucio, yeah, obviously, but he's I suppose Lucio
think
would have
this
been
is
actually
You
a
Lucio.
better
talking
comparison for
Sona,
me.
maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's my
Sona-
prediction.
Sona
What was
Bard.
it in this? We got to piece together the information we've been given. The cinematic was what, like Sage trying to heal Reyna, struggling to do it, and she's seeing glimpses of this guy in a bunch of light crystals. What if? What if he can steroid another character?
And what does
like-
that
What,
do?
turn him into the Hulk?
No, like as in like their ability. If he uses whatever on a character, their
Right.
kit is like the values are doubled on it.
Okay.
Would that be
Values
insane?
are doubled.
Yeah. So like a Sage heal is
insane.
doubled. A slow orb is
This is
twice
why
as
they
effective,
nerfed all the
lasts twice as
utility.
long. Like
Oh, okay.
everything's doubled.
You buff a shock dart
that
and
be
it one
insane?
shots.
Yeah,
Ooh, that'd
shock,
be
a
cool.
shock dart would
Yeah.
insta kill.
Smokes the last in 40 seconds.
But I think
That would be insane, no?
I think it would depend on how you buff the character. Because if you just like, if all it takes is you click on your teammate to buff the next thing they do, I think that's weak. Like, I love the
Whoa.
idea that in Valorant you have to use like snakebite shock dart in order to, and you have to get the timing of it perfect in order to pull off something big. I wouldn't really like an agent that just gets to click on someone and the next thing they do is doubled. I think it would have to have some timing component or skill element to it.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Or it's
he's
a
a
hater.
You got a limited time window to do it.
I guess. Yeah.
What if bro can create holes in the map?
Like a
Portal
Yorkie
gun?
but for the team.
Yeah, like a portal gun. Yeah, I've been playing
Like
too much
portal.
Deadlock. That's how you know. So the doorman. He's going to be putting doors everywhere. He's going to be putting doors everywhere. What if he can just put down a little crystal against the wall, put it down somewhere else, and you can just shoot through it and see through it. And both ways, but both ways. The enemies, you can throw UTIL through it. The enemies can do it too.
I think the post-plant meta just got a bit worse.
Yeah, just next to the spike.
You gotta clip these ideas because Bren 2 years, 3 years from now is gonna be correct.
Oh, he's got one. Yeah, he's definitely got one. If not, they're writing it down. They're like, holy shit,
they need.
this
I'm
guy
not gonna
is
lie.
cooking.
They need to copy the doorman from Deadlock. I don't give a fuck. Like they need to steal that idea because the idea of you getting altered and put into a parkour course that you have to escape
that is
from
funny.
is insanely sick.
Is that how that works?
So
unique.
so you
Yeah.
alt as the doorman, and then you get sent to this hotel, and you have to do a little parkour.
You have to do a parkour course.
Otherwise
to
you get
escape. Otherwise, you
neck
take a ton of
damage
damage.
Yeah.
Like, look
What?
at this. Look at this. Look at
Look,
this.
so yeah, you have to do this parkour.
okay.
And if you don't do it in time,
You're literally doing like the KZ thing from the range.
Dude, that's a
Yeah.
long time, bro.
Yeah, and it like takes you out of fight for a while.
Yeah, that's strong.
But what's
It's cool.
the? Yeah, I mean, I guess
man.
is it difficult?
Yeah, if you don't have
if
any
you don't have
stamina,
stamina,
going in, yeah,
then yeah.
Oh, I see. So it's like a stamina check as well.
Mm.
Where, we don't
Yeah.
really have that in.
it's just
Valorant,
it's
is
just cool, man. It's just cool. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Do some
Okay.
do some KZ rope shit like from the training range.
Yeah.
Throw it in.
I never in all of my years of playing Valorant have been able to hit the rope jump from top sight onto Jenny on Icebox. It still eludes me. I feel like it's impossible.
No, I'm the same. I'm a
I've
fraud.
never been able to
Nah,
pull that off.
it is hard, yeah.
I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
I've never been
I
able to do
would
it.
I would get killed by Doorman 10 times out of 10 if that was the challenge that you had to do.
He just takes you to icebox every
Yeah,
time.
just takes you to Icebox literally every time. It'd
Just
be
one
brutal.
jump.
Yeah.
Dude, any other
Um,
rampant speculation?
I mean,
do you have any more
we
for me?
we know it's a smoke and it has a heal ability, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
What if
that's-
you
that's what we
healed
got.
when you were inside the smoke, but it also healed your opponents, so you had to get inside and dominate the smoke to stop them going
Like
in
the
it
smoke,
first?
everyone's gonna be spamming smokes. Be
Well,
rough.
yeah, we already do that.
we
don't we?
already do that, yeah. Hopefully not.
Or what if it healed? Oh, what if it like healed any spam damage that you took or something? I don't know. Like it's an anti.
It might be something like that. It might be something like that because you always got to remember when they do these new agents, it's normally something in line with like whatever they changed just before this, and they made sure that Harbor was at an okay level. So maybe something like reinforcing a smoke is the same as it can like heal at the same time. I think that might actually be a thing.
Okay, I've got a crazy idea.
Go on.
You've just reminded me of. Well, you haven't reminded me of it. I just came up with it. What if you spam the smoke and it stores up the bullets and then explodes like a porcupine and does damage to everybody around if you spam it too much?
Why?
That is nuts.
is that too much?
It absorbs it and
Kind of
then
cooking, to be honest.
So like you're like, well, we can't really spam it. We have to like jump in and figure out a way to clear it with util. If you spam it too much, it fucking
yeah, it's
explodes.
not like a
Like an
cove.
anti-cove.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
an
the
anti-cove.
opposite of a code.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you've cooked with that one, honestly. Leak. New agent will
Leak.
feature stun ability. So ability kit like this. Unknown. Oh wait, uncone. Heal or stun smoke alt. Eye emoji. I wrote heal or stun because, as far as I know, if you use your heal ability within a round, you can't use stun. Or if you use stun, you can't use your heal ability in the same round.
Oh, so it's like an either or.
source.
Isn't that like
I
Lucio
made it
again?
That
up
is
and
Lucio,
paid
right?
for a blue check mark.
Engagement bait. And now let me peddle my Bitcoin down below. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Who knows?
No, I have no idea. I want to be surprised though. I
It's
want to see
soon.
something. I want to see something crazy.
It's going to be very soon, yeah. All right. That does it for us, though. We just need to do the Wise Weekly
show?
Award.
What?
Dinner's almost ready, but right now, it's time for Wyatt's Weekly Award. That smells good.
All right, I need a player from Masters Santiago to give this award to. We
Fury
need to get
Ashore
back to
for
players.
saving the dog
Oh,
and the rest
I
of the
mean,
production crew.
It's a good nomination, but it's not for the game being played.
I don't care.
You know?
They're doing it for the love of the
That's
dog.
true.
Forget the love of the game.
What about a future one? They got maybe to Riot as well. They got Megan from Catside doing the show match. That's a big pull-in. That's gonna get a lot of views
Yeah.
in the game.
Who?
I'm so fucking chopped
Like
on. I had no idea
a really
who they
big
were.
K-pop band, really big.
Called Megan.
No, well,
No cats.
they're called Catside, but she's called Megan.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I had to look it up on a deep
Yeah,
dive.
this is the
I'm not
guy
gonna lie.
criticizing my music taste.
They're huge, man. Like they're actually really big. It's a
Right.
big pull. It's a big
Okay.
win for Riot.
Yep.
Huge, enormous. That's awesome. I'm sure people will love that.
Not Sideshow though, and he's
can I
the
get
one
a-
giving the award.
Yeah,
Can I
not
get a
him.
fucking
Yeah,
player though
Sideshow's
that's
on.
played
I want a
well in
player.
Santiago so far?
How about
Yes,
how about
that's what the award was designed for.
back to back?
Okay.
Martin, you said he couldn't. Well, I said he couldn't keep up that performance level.
Ooh.
It would be impossible to do that, surely, right?
Interesting.
But he
Keep
did,
it up.
and he
Um,
did break the record for an international. No,
And this kind of works because if Nongshim win, then the next one we give to Danby.
exactly.
I've
Yeah.
got another suggestion.
Go on.
It's a bit out there, but something on PRX because
Go on. He
a
looks
lot
like
of
a new agent.
players have this kind of realization, reflective moment after a tournament where they make a change to how they play, like an ideological shift in terms of how they play. But it takes the losses and bombing out of a tournament to have that almost come to God moment. Something had it pretty early on in this tournament, and he's spoken about it, where he was putting too much pressure on himself to perform and do too much. And he had to sit down. I think he had to sit down and talk with Alex, and Alex was like, "You have Jing, you have Forsaken, you have all these players that you can just lean on, man. Play your own games, play controlled, play around the scopes, play like that." And he's had this turning point. And since then, his performance has shot up recently.
Yeah, I mean, Kurt's going to show it now. In the Swiss stage, he was the lowest rated player that qualified to playoffs. And then if you look at only playoffs performance, he's number 2.
Yeah.
He's behind only Martin.
I think
in
That's
I
a
mean,
good one.
that is a good
Yeah.
narrative, Bran.
It was
that is
Alice's
good.
narrative. It's not
Oh,
mine.
well, I mess heavy with that narrative from
Yeah.
Alice.
I really fuck with it too. I think it's a great point because a lot of players, they don't have that development. They don't have that turnaround. So there's another one. Throw it in.
And we did already give it to Martin for his for what he did to get her.
Yeah. Yeah, I mess with it. I mean, Martin's obviously a worthy... well, we could throw out some nominations, thank you for the... What do you call it? When someone's like got a... I'm losing my mind.
What are you
Guys,
looking
can anyone
for?
else smell toast?
Hello, Joe
What's
Biden. Joe
what's
Biden,
the-
walk away from the rainforest.
What's the thing where someone has an honorable nomination? Something like that, isn't it? Something.
Well,
something
I
like
think
that?
Martin is getting Lord of the Ring 2 Towers here, where they knew they were going to give all the Oscars to the Return of the King, so they didn't give the 2 Towers that many Oscars.
It's fucked up.
And
Yeah.
Martin is now getting screwed because of his prior success.
That's more like Danby, I think. But Martin is getting the other way around. Like we already gave him an Oscar for the Fellowship of the Ring, and now you want us to give him another one for 2 Towers? Jesus Christ, you're doing the same thing. yeah. Honorable mention to Martin and EU as well. I think had a
EU had a
fucking
banger.
awesome tournament, and fell off the map in the funniest way. So
That's
like,
heartbreaking.
he got everything, bro.
That
he
was
got
so
everything.
heartbreaking.
Oh, can I give you a stat from that game? Oh shit, where did it go? So in that game where
We're never ending this episode.
sorry. So from the point
Sideshow,
at
by the
which-
way, in the doc said, let's keep it tight.
I know, I'm so sorry. So the last 4 rounds of the BBL versus Furia on Abyss, EU went 8-0 and then fell off the map. That's he just blasted 2 kills per round and then didn't die
No
at all
man
except
can
to
kill
himself.
me.
His final death of the tournament. His final death of the tournament. The last round he played, he fell
Yep.
off the map. That's very unfortunate.
It was brutal, man.
But it's exceptional in terms of sticking with you. I mean, you'll remember that for a while.
Oh
won't you?
yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to have memorable moments like that at tournaments. And you,
So who are you giving it to?
to something. Sorry, the
Okay.
Wyatt's Weekly Award goes to something. But also, let's watch this clip of EU falling off the map.
No, bro, it's actually, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that, I know they didn't have a good chance of winning it.
Nah,
because
they
it was,
probably
it was like a
wouldn't have
2v5.
Yeah.
But my heart broke like,
Yeah,
dude, watching his
was.
reaction, I was like,
I
fuck,
know.
that must feel horrible.
Did you see Koala's reaction as well?
Oh.
Koala like just looks over at him like, oh.
It's so tough. It's really tough. But I mean, he played fantastically, so it's not like
Yeah.
it's not like it tarnished what he actually did at the event, in my opinion. Congratulations to Something, though, for winning Wyatt's Weekly Award, and may it continue because he has had an enormous turnaround from Swiss to playoffs. Golf claps all around.
Can I extend the show some more? Honorable mention, Sideshow. I know you're not going to do it for yourself, though. I would say this was the most enjoyable desk I've watched. You picked a lot of good rounds.
Oh,
I don't know how
thank
well
you.
you take compliments, but you get in one.
He doesn't
as
take
much
well
as it
at all.
pains me.
No, I mean, I was co-streaming yesterday, and somebody sent me a Twitch clip from your stream called Sliggy's blowing bubbles on it.
That's crazy.
And it was essentially that. And the
Yeah.
combo of the compliment plus the title did make me a bit uncomfortable, but I appreciate it's coming from a genuine place.
No, yeah,
So
yeah,
thank you.
it was good, man. It was a good desk. I was enjoying it. Not so much the title.
Too much sounds like it.
All right, let's get out of here. We'll be back next
Yeah,
week
let's end
when
on
the
that
tournament concludes, and we'll be able to share with you all of our surprises and what narrative ended up winning out in episode 256. Until then, enjoy the rest of Masters Santiago. Thanks for watching the episode, probably right before you've gone and watched the matches. So, yeah, give us a comment, give us a subscribe, and we'll be back with you next week. Bye!
Bye.